Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1, here today with another account review. And I got a little plan for some extra shenanigans, should the opportunity arise. I don't know, maybe people won't be as interested in keeping the stream going today. Maybe I've lost my touch. You never can tell. I promised everybody I would send a message on the Discord that I'm live, and I'm gonna do it at everyone. I am live now. In the future, let me know if you want to be pinged about this. Sorry, over 300 people. If you didn't want to get a ping, you just got one. And that is on me. Oh, hey, look, there's people. What's in the chat? And all that good stuff. We got Genesis Moon, Shadow Puppy, Gerald St. Augustine, the Gaming Screamer. Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm trying a new aspect ratio. How many of you are watching directly on a phone and this ruins your experience? Because I don't want to ruin your experience, but it makes things easier for me. It was indeed meant to be. D. Schroeder, Brent, hello, hello. Loyal supporters indeed. Rogue, I'm ruining your experience. Unfortunate. iPad probably works fine, right? Because you can just rotate that and still see it. We got Kaleth up in here, ready for his account review. He won probably 2 weeks ago. We got Brian Jensen. So, is anybody absolutely just completely put off by the new aspect ratio? I don't know. I feel like I could take Rogue saying me as, yes, it's ruining his experience. Or I could think about it more positively and just say, yeah, he watches on phone, you know? I think positivity's good, right? It's Miranda. Hi, Miranda. It's never been full screen upright before. I noticed the other day that it does it in full screen. Somebody mentioned a timestamp and I clicked on it and I was like, oh, hey, that's cool that it does that. Let's immediately ruin it. Yeah, I figured the screen was going to look weird. So the reason that it does that is because a lot of times people want the stream to go longer and we start sort of fishing for things to do. And now I have set up some interactive games that everybody can play with me and we can enjoy them all together and actually participate together. So if we do that, then I can switch my scene and you'll be able to see all of the stuff. Where if I stream the game just in its normal aspect ratio, if I go to switch to the new thing that's going to be fun, then I would have to completely restart the stream. So maybe that's not such a big deal restarting the stream. I'm not sure. We'll see which one people like better. But I can't change the aspect ratio halfway through, so here we are. Kinda weird. Sounds like people hate it. Sarah says, finally managed to catch you live, but only will be around for an hour. Well, you're gonna catch the meat and potatoes, because we're doing an account review. Looks blurry. I feel like it shouldn't be blurry. If anything, it should just have black lines around the outside. Which, if you're watching on a computer anyway, it just naturally does that. So, no big whoop there. Alright, so I have not looked into this account at all. I don't really know what Kaleth is looking for in this account review. So I figure just go ham and, do the emotional damage that I have been known to cause when I'm doing account reviews. It will be good. First thing we see is that we do have our arena rewards and our ancient ruins rewards and our banquet rewards, which means he's doing the right stuff there. Very mainstream. I did look at the champions and that was my first thought. This is the whatsgood.com version of a team right here. Every level 17 or level 700 team that I fought pretty much had this exact team. Not everybody was using male ASN, but all of the rest of them were there. But I think that's fine. If the worst thing about your account is that you're using good champions, I think you're doing pretty well. So I'm also noticing that we got a whole lot of Ascended people, and I do like that. I think that variety is the spice of life, you know? Not so sure about the Karg, but he could be a little better now. So obviously I don't see any problems with that. I do see that you are maybe not super excited about sustained teams. We got a very low level male Lionstone. We got a somewhat okay, but still pretty far from the top male Lume. So I wonder if you often run into battles where you feel like you die super fast or you win super fast. That's what I would expect from the teams that I'm looking at here. And if I look into the traits, I'm hoping to at least see energetic on these bad boys. Oh, we got the level 22 energetic. He's doing the thing. Ooh, now we get to check for the speed tuning. You're close enough to being perfect here that I get to nitpick the fine details. That's a special treat. I do like having the Sanguine on here. I just mentioned it earlier that I like to have energetic, brutal. I usually go fierce. I don't go focused, but it's still fine. And then if I can't get aggressive, I like to go for a team buff like Sanguine. But that's pretty much fine. We're starting to lose our speed tuning a little bit here because I feel like you would think that Agile and Focused give the same amount, but I don't know if that's been my experience. I would be interested to see what other people think about that. I don't test very specifically, like doing 100 battles with Focused and switching to Agile and doing 100 battles and seeing what's what. But just my general feeling is I feel like Agile gives me a little less. But I suppose that's more prominent when you're on somebody that's taking damage. Kaleth says, male Aeson and female Lionstone were the first mythics. Those are some pretty darn good mythics. Pretty good ones. Also, I don't know how many people are here from the end of the last stream, but I ended up singing a fraction of an Adele song, and I have to pay Adele part of my ad revenue now. What the heck? Leave me alone, woman. You're rich. I'm a struggling artist over here. Why are you attacking me like this? Why are you hurting me in this way? But to be fair, it is her song, and I did do a small cover of it, just a portion, probably longer than 8 seconds, and that's what got me. So, I don't know, I might have to... It is copyrighted, I know. I owe it to her, I understand that. Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't Adele sitting here catching my stream and saying, hey, what the heck? I wrote these words. What does this punk think he's doing? It's just an algorithm, but at least I was close enough to sounding like Adele that they're like, wait a minute, I know what this is. My computer brain has figured it out. So I might try to go with more of the old, I like to do Irish songs anyway, and most of those are in the public domain, and I can't get in trouble for them, so it might be a little more of that and a little less of the top 40 situation. I'm not really a top 40 kind of guy anyway, but, you know. Okay, so right away here, I see what we're going for with the Steadfast and the Brutal. Unfortunately, having Brutal on female Lionstone is just not very good. Just not very good. She doesn't scale anything off of it. She doesn't do any damage. So it's a little bit of a wasted slot. Getting this extra shield is not as valuable as if we were on this male Aeson and we had any strength increasing thing. I mean, even if we took Brutal off of her and put Athletic onto him, even at this level, it's more of an increase. Not a good increase, that's not the way I would do it, but I would really try to get aggressive here and put Sanguine onto the female Lionstone. The Steadfast shields are good on certain people. I just don't think that she's one of them. Which reminds me of Letterkenny, when McMurray says, I'm not one of them. But then again, he's being inappropriate at that time, so I can't continue saying his quotes. And I do not condone people being inappropriate. That's not true. I don't care. Pretty decent male Fulgur build. I'm getting the sense that you maybe don't have aggressive unlocked. I haven't looked yet. Haven't checked, but it seems like since you have one speed trait on everybody, though, you should have some on her. My guess would be that she is missing her ultimate on people more often than she's hitting it. And one thing that I was just talking about in the Discord is when female Lionstone is grouped with certain people, she loses effectiveness. You have 4 DPS here, so that's not necessarily the case on your team. However, female Devala does not work well with female Lionstone. Female Devala ults whenever she wants to. It could be 2 seconds into the match. She could be doing 5 ultimates across the game. It's not going to line up with the Lionstone ult. It's very, very rarely going to line up with that. So you can almost count her as a person who's not benefiting from it. But you have 3 other DPS people, and if you can get them to benefit from it, then female Lionstone is still worth her spot. Unfortunately, it looks like we have speed traits on... Yep, we got 1 speed trait on all of them, but we don't on the Lionstone. Now, I know you're probably looking at it, and you're saying, but she got that ambitious, though. And that is true. Hi, Bobby Zinger. You caught me in the middle of a rant. I know she has ambitious, but that's to make sure that she ults first. So if you have all the speed traits on everybody else, then you want to have one of them on her as well. And then plus ambitious, she is more likely to ult first and catch people at the right time so that their damage is actually buffed with that. And if you're not getting that timing right, then you should take her off of your team and throw her into the dumpster, because it's the only good thing that she does, in my opinion. The other things that she does, like reducing the ranged attacks, is nice, but it's not really helping the team. It's not really clear if it helps the team or not. I would assume it probably doesn't help the team, but you never know with this game. They say stuff all the time that sounds like it specifically applies to the one champion, and then you find out it applies to everybody. So, hard to say. I think it's safer to assume that it only applies to her. But this active skill, man, I just don't like making my tank that's already dying too fast die faster. And that's all that does, is it just makes her die faster. Especially when the person she's probably saving here is female Devala, who's fine on her own. So, not a huge fan of female Lionstone as much anymore. She's still really good, but not as big of a fan. And I think that in this build that you're doing, you'd be much better off with the male White Eyes. The only thing that's not as good about that is that you need another frontliner then. But you have options here. You got male Dravapala. You got her. You got some stuff to do. So then lastly, on this team, don't get me wrong, male Tidestorm is better than just his pull, right? He's one of the best characters in the game. We all know that, but we're not using his pull really effectively here. Male Fulgur, male Aeson, they don't care at all where the enemy is, so having him grouped doesn't help. And female Devala just goes on a happy little adventure like Bilbo Baggins every time she turns into a pool of blood, so you can't really benefit that much from hers either, unless it's just all 3 people are left in the same area. Then I guess it's kind of nice. So I feel like the synergy is not the total best here, but if all you did was fix the traits so that they're ulting at the right times, you're going to have a huge increase in your overall effectiveness with the team. Oh, I gotta apologize. That stuff that I had like a week ago that's just like in my nasal passage, not letting me breathe, it's coming back, and I hate it, and I can't breathe, and I gotta keep, like, clearing my throat and stuff, so. Alright, I'm fine. Totally fine. As a doctor, I have decided that I am fine. Alright. Mental Triss, am I saying that right? Mental Triss, hulking and focus for Lionstone. I think that could be good. I worry that focus is dangerous to put on her if you're going for the speed tuning with everybody else having agile, because that also increases her energy gain rate from taking damage, and so she may skyrocket and ult way before everybody because she's taken so many hits. So it's a delicate balance with the speed tuning, and a lot of people don't understand Cocaine Bear. Yeah, I wish I had that kind of energy, Bobby. I do not even close to have that kind of energy. Oh, man. Is that how people do this streaming thing and keep up with it? I've been feeling really bad because every time I stream, I feel like that's not a video. You know? Like, I like to make daily videos for you guys and keep people happy. Not everybody likes to watch the streams, especially when I'm doing 4.5 and 7-hour streams. I feel like I should be making a video as well on top of doing the stream. And every time I don't, I feel a little bit bad. But every time I stream for 5 or 7 hours, I am exhausted afterwards. You'd think that sitting here in a chair just talking wouldn't be that much, but it really is a little bit, like, it's super fun. It's like that good stress kind of thing, but it's very draining, and you don't realize it until you're done. You're like, oh man, I need to take a nap. I should make clips, but I wonder, I have a little bit of a plan. Now, I don't know if you guys would be interested in this. I got a whole lot of, I got to make a guide for each one of these people. I got to make a guide video, and then I got to put it on the website. I was thinking of making one of the guide videos as part of the stream. And then if you guys have any questions about the people, I could answer those while I'm making the video and then just edit it afterwards. And that might be a thing. I don't know if I'm prepared to do that all on the spot today. I don't have an official plan for what my more uniform guides are going to look like, but it's an idea. It's a little bit of an idea. And then maybe nobody will watch the videos because they already saw it on stream. You know, you never can tell. All right, rosters. I don't like your rosters. First of all, I think these teams are feeling pretty bare. We need a little more creativity and diversity in the champions. I think that's essential. And, you know, the team picks, we got better champions that we could be picking here. So I think that maybe we should look at that as a starting point. I never use the rosters myself because I'm always doing different things. But let's start with our first one. I'm assuming this is the team, right? This is the main team. If I'm assuming and making a butt out of you and me, as they say on the internet, then I will change it. But I think this is probably the way. It's a good team. It is a good team. All you got to do is speed tune that. I think we can just save this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I always say. But now for a much more interesting set of people. I will say that the thing that makes me sad about that team and then going in to make a second team is that you have the male Aeson right here and you have the male Lume right here. And I cannot tell you how powerful that combination is. They're so strong. They're so strong. He's your favorite looking champ, the Karg? Actually, I think that he's better now than he was before because they fixed his passive, but only in long fights. So if you're going to use him, you need to use him with support. And if I was going to make a roster with him on it, it would definitely have these two. And then maybe I'm building sustain anyway. So he would be one of our frontliners. Problem is you got to build him a little bit tanky. That is the problem. It's not the biggest problem. We could go with him here as another frontliner. He's pretty saucy and he taunts off of the Karg, letting him get his stuff going. That could be nice. And we could do White Eyes here just to cancel out any enemy Lion Stones, which also helps keep him alive. And then we have a bunch of stuns here, which could help in that way as well. I feel like that could be pretty decent, as they say on the streets. Pretty decent. The male Dravapala with the darker skin, yeah, he was looking pretty cool, I guess. Did I not save the other one? Oh, good, I did. Now, if I was actually running this team, though, I would probably actually have the Karg in the backline. And then probably my lowest level guy back here. Obviously, you got a little bit of leveling to do before that could be a possibility. I don't think it's going to be the best team that ever lived, but if you really like the Karg and you're trying to make him work with what you have, that's what we're talking about here. So everybody watching, don't get the idea that I'm saying this is the new best team that everybody should run out and make. I'm saying if your boy really likes the male Karg, you should use the male Karg. You don't need to use all the, what do they call it, S tier stuff, like in this one. Obviously, you like this guy, so use him. Now, if I was going to use him, I would wish that I had an Ignis that was bigger that I could put on the team. Obviously, a lot of people say that female is the best, but you have a male right here, and you also have a male Dravapala. So you could easily make that a thing, and maybe you lose the white eyes here, you know? You don't need those either. You don't need those big buffs. And do you know why you don't need those big buffs? Same reason I just said for the female Lionstone. When they don't line up, they're absolutely worthless. Oh, you don't like the Karg. I thought when I saw him here at the roster and there was two of them, I read that you said he's your favorite guy. I thought you were referring to the male Karg. Well, good. Don't use him then. He's not that great. I do think he's better than people think. But people get stuck in the there's only 8 good champions. It is Kaleth's account review. He won the spin, 2 weeks ago or something like that? It's been a while. I don't know. I lose track of time. Feel like I felt like I've been so lazy making content lately because when I stream, like I said, I just feel like I'm hanging out with friends. I don't feel like I'm doing work or making a video. And then I feel like I haven't made a video. And I was forced by all of my friends and loved ones to take a day off yesterday. So that felt like 2 days in a row of no video. I felt like I haven't been doing anything at all. Just being totally lazy. But we're working today, right? Alright, your champions are fine. We're spending too much time on that because, honestly, they're fine. Seems like you know what you're doing. Worry about the speed tuning a little more. That's what I would say. Worry about the speed tuning a little more. If you're going to use all that stuff, you need to make sure it works. I'm going to keep saying to everybody that the female Lionstone is not good unless you're making her work. And if you don't make her work, then she's poopy. Alright, we got a couple of extra levels here. You know we don't love that. Especially when we're so close to getting the level 20 over here. I don't know. I think Snagga said that this was supposed to be the one he could come to. I think I better at him in the Discord. At Snagga. This is supposed to be the super secret Snagga stream. Where you is bruv. That's how English works, because that's a decision I made in the moment. By the way, Traker, if I didn't say hi, I don't know, I was in a blackout talking about stuff, then hi. Jester Jack, hello. Alright, leaderboards. We're big on the leaderboards. Number 2 here on the Might. Gotta love that. How young is this server, by the way? I want to know. I want to know the info. Does it show on that screen? If it does, I'm too lazy to look. 435? I guess that checks out. Pretty strong. You got a stronger, biggest team than I have, but then again, I always level up every new champion that comes out, so maybe I'm not the best judge against that. See what we got on the explorations. Does he actually do? What is wrong with you people? This is my newest video. Coming soon. Ladies and gentlemen, public service announcement from the Rage Panda 1 broadcasting service. You have this button in your campaign screen on the bottom right that says exploration. The thing that you can do with this button is you could just click on the ×10 and then do the exploration, and then you get a bunch of free stuff. Why aren't you doing it? Just do the free stuff, please. This is for your benefit. Okay. Well, you know, I think it's for your benefit that you click through those. Maybe you're waiting for a Might challenge so your little greenies give you your 10,000, whatever, Might. But I think just use them. Just use them, guys. It's free resources. Hey, while we're talking about resources and public service announcements, a lot of people don't do their banquets. Luckily, we're doing our banquets here. Get a little streamer lucky spin for you. Boom. Easy. That's not really what we wanted. What we want is the energy potions, and we get them a lot of the time. So doing your free spins is good, and you get those a lot as well from doing the lower banquets. So if you come into your store and go to the arena store, you can buy these little foods, and these are the banquets that you really want to be doing, because energy potions are the best rewards, and you have the best chance of getting them, from my understanding. That might be something that I heard in the grapevine and I just believe it. So test it if you want. But my experience is you get the most energy potions from the green ones. So that's what I always do, and it works out well for me. What I'm bad at is actually finishing the match game. Sometimes I don't do it. If there's 3 people and they're like 6,800 and above for score, I'm like, I would have to get lucky to do that. I'm not doing it. Miranda, I'm not crazy not to save. I can't save. I gotta make videos for the people. I have to do it. I have to. It is kind of my job. Got the privilege card. Oh, we got this one. I'm lucky enough to have the other one because of not myself, just because of other people. So that's why I'm used to clicking that. Marcus says, do your banquets and play the minigame. Very correct. Very correct indeed. Final state, I don't know if I said hi to you yet, but hi, buddy. Never wants to have less than 100. Now you're just trolling. They see me trolling. They hating. Better not sing or I'm gonna get a copyright claim. You know, I get nervous about that now. A copyright strike is different. Copyright claims are fine. I'm not in trouble. But, man, if my YouTubes came all crumbling to the ground, look at this. You can't take quests you've issued yourself. Well, I think that we should be picking up all of these quests. What do you think? It is the way. Now, I know because of the time he didn't have a chance to do that. And since you're giving out 2 of them yourself, or more, can't even pick them all up. It's a sad day. Can't check in with yourself either. Oh, you're too powerful. My friend, you are suffering from success. Bring this guy down a notch so that he can succeed with the rest of us getting all the extra free diamonds. Final state, also go to your friends' banquets. Yes, that is true. You should do that. Now I'm getting distracted. Let us focus. Let's check out the arena, shall we? Number 1 on the leaderboard in the arena. You didn't tell me that you were slanging that thing. I thought that this was just a regular account. You're Mr. Powerful over here. These guys are little to you. Very little. What is happening? Why are you cute against this? Should we beat him up just for fun? Practice dummies. What is... Oh, they're in between seasons. Okay. Sorry. I got confused. Oh, you never go into arena when it's the arena reset, do you? I never do. Maybe I should. Ooh, the might packs. You've got the good might packs and you've got diamonds. Are we buying them? Are you buying them? I'll buy them right now on stream. Check the guild. He might be the only one left. No, he's a somewhat newer server. Look at all these people. Somewhat fairly active. Not bad at all. It was a shorter list. They must be dropping the people that aren't doing it. Man, I am getting distracted. Guys, it's time to focus. Time to focus. Also, these things... I'm the guild master and I never see these because I made Snag a deputy and he is like always on top of it the minute that it's available. He's got those checked in. What a guy. What a guy. All right, Guardian Stone. We're going to find a place where I get to pick you to pieces, but it seems like you're doing a pretty darn good job on your account so far. Wish I had some better advice for you, but basically, keep doing well is what I would tell you. I don't know about the damage reduction one. I know that's a small gripe, but I don't know if that's the way to go. I don't know if that's the way to go because I think dodge for DPS people might even be better, like your rogues, your assassins. Maybe devoting more to that, but I guess you're not really losing resources. So it's fine. John, is there anything you're screwing up? Come on, give me some content, buddy. What are you messing up? What are you doing wrong? You're doing too good of a job, sir. Buying might packs? Oh, yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these might packs right here that are $13.99 with the 8 stones. There's one that has 5 for some reason and one that has 8. You want this every time. That is such a good deal. Even if I'm saving for intimacy, I will buy this one. I will break my chain of saving so that I can buy at least these $13.99s because they are such a good deal. Now, the rest of them are fine depending on what you want. I don't like the last one because it's not valuable for specifically the summoning stones. If you want the rest of the stuff, then great, do it. I don't get it because I only want the stones. I have to be very thrifty, you know? Trying to summon on everything here. Oh, he's number 1. I haven't seen a team. I haven't been on a winning team in Valley of Conquerors in weeks. You know, woe is me and all that stuff. Snagga, welcome to the party. I thought you said you didn't have to work today. Have I been lied to? I thought that was the point of this stream, is you didn't have to work today. Hopefully he hears me say that and he's like, oh yeah, I don't have to work today. That's amazing. I love that. All right, who do we got here? No surprise, no surprise. Exactly what I expected to see. Although, I feel like this is a small change, but probably generally better. In fact, because of the way Devala works, and because female Lionstone can be a little squishy, I might even do it that way. Well, I couldn't. I don't think he's the guild master, so I couldn't activate it. I tried to click on it. It wasn't letting me do it. Look at this. Is this all you, John, or is your team actually helping you? What does that feel like? I bet that feels nice, huh? So since we are already controlling the mid, little VOC tip for you here. What we're going to do is we're going to see who our biggest competition is. Right now, I guess that's yellow. Not much of a competition, but I guess that's yellow. Man, I just got all this stuff in my throat. I'm ill. I'm ill, ladies and gentlemen. The absolute illest. You're a deputy, so I should be able to do that? I will look into it. Already got plenty of power here. What I was going to say is since we have the middle, we should look at our next biggest competition and block them from getting to the middle. But I don't even need to do anything here because you guys are crushing it. Absolutely crushing it, and I'm jealous. There, I said it. I hope you know that I wish it was me. Oh, hey, I can do it. Everybody rewind and forget that I didn't do it. It's a lot reading chat. There, you know? Have some excuses for you one time. I know, Sarah, I just said that that's what I would probably do. That's what I would probably do. Oh, I'm not picking that for you. That's too big of a choice. That's on you, my man. But that reminds me, we got to check on your gear. How you doing? Dang! He's doing. Kaleth, my man. Absolutely rocking it on the gear. Except for this. I don't like that. That's not the right way. I see that you're not using the warrior, but you have one leveled up. And she doesn't have the warrior piece on. You can't be doing that. Cannot be doing that. That is not the way. We got him on one, ladies and gentlemen. We got him on one. Let's go. Hey, Jake. Welcome back to the stream. We're doing fun stuff. Streaming while you're a little bit sick is, a little difficult, actually. How about Dungeon Descent? You been doing it? Oh, I guess it just restarted. Man, I just can't catch you on much. Well, John, I don't have any obvious tips for you, so now's the point where you need to tell me if there's anything that you feel like you would want some help on. Otherwise, click your explorations. That's it. Do that and speed tune the thing. That's all I have for you. You're crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. Thoughts on Guild Tech? Guild Tech is awful and really not good. And spoiler alert, there's a little bit of a little rabble about a glitch that might be happening where you get to use those Guild Tech bonuses outside of the guild sometimes. Apparently they just randomly show up during basic fights. So that could be a problem. I need to confirm that. I have only heard that from one person, so don't go start a riot about it. But do look out for it if you are participating in the Guild Tech bonuses. I think it was a real stupid idea, to be honest. Did they think about at all how they were putting that into the game? Who does it help? The people who are already on good teams that are doing well? Oh, okay, let's widen the gap a little. That will make for more interesting battles. But what are you going to do? Maybe if Guild Conquest, like I said in the other one, was an actual PvE thing, like they told us it was going to be, then the boosts would be fine. Nobody would be sad about them. Well, this does have me a little concerned. I haven't looked at companions. This might be where we get them. Alright, we got the Gult Tongue leveled up. I can respect it. We got our focused. I can respect that. Not terribly sure about the Ugrel, but I mean, it's fine. Not the absolute worst thing, but not one that I would have went for. This is a lot into Zace. That may have been an early game thing. Alright, you're getting close here. You need to finish this up as soon as possible. Your districts are going to go much higher when you get all of these in Mythic. Get them started up to 7 or 8 probably at your account level is reasonable to expect. Noble and confident on all of them, and your districts are going to be way more performing than they are right now. Got the 22 traits. I mean, all of your picks for things that you've leveled up are pretty decent for traits, with the exception of the Zace. But you definitely did not go for your district champions, and I think that might be holding you back a little bit. That might be the place where we're catching you just a little bit. I mean, I guess it's not absolutely mandatory. You are still 400k a minute, and that's pretty strong. However, if you had the right people in here, it would be much stronger. Considerably stronger. Like, she's only less than 5k at being leveled up with the 3 stars. If you had the right person in here, and he was only an 8-star, for instance, you'd be looking at between 8 and 10k per person different. So, that's a big deal. That's probably where you need to spend your time right now, is getting that sorted out. And also, I don't know if these are accidental 1 extra levels. I've certainly done that myself. But, don't do that. And spend your bread. Ogre Mit's in the house. What's up, my friend? We got Michael Painter. Only usefulness I see is helping highly active small might guilds versus guilds with 1 or 2 monsters, but less active players overall. Yeah, I guess the guild conquest, the guild tech thing could possibly do that, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's generally the problem that people are having. Most of the big strong things that are winning anyway are well organized people. Not a lot of people are carrying with just their one character. But, you know, it happens. It certainly does happen. So, for sure, that's your point of contention right now. Get the things where they're supposed to be. How about these ones where you have the champion? Have you taken the time? Not so much. Now, this guy you're using, so he doesn't have noble or confident, so that's costing you quite a bit. Which is fine. I mean, he's still good. But again, if you had them all with noble and confident in these other spaces, be crushing it quite a bit. I know, it's a lot of work, and it's annoying, and it's not really like... It's like going and buying groceries, right? Sometimes it's fun to buy something that's, like, exciting and neat. If you go buy your new Xbox or whatever. Jeff Arnold, thank you for the donation, my friend. You are the #1 donator of this current stream. As you are the only donator of this current stream. So thank you very much. It's like if you buy groceries instead of going and buying your cool Xbox. If you're making your DPS character strong, it's like buying your new Xbox and you come home and you're all happy and you're like, I'm going to play the Harry Potter game. I can't wait. Oh, I'm just going to waste my life on this. It's going to be joyous. And then you buy groceries and you're like, I can't believe I have to go buy groceries again. Life is a nightmare. I guess I'll just go to sleep and then wake up and have to do another day of life. This is the worst. I mean, if that's how you feel while you buy groceries. We all feel that way, right? This is normal. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's jokes. People relax. But yeah, it's boring to do your districts and level those guys up, and it takes time, but you really need to do it. Seems like you're doing everything else on the account, though. So, unfortunately, this is probably a boring account review because I don't have much to say about it. Be like this guy. That's my review. Be like Kaleth. He's doing the thing. Michael Painter says, it helps close a small gap, but yeah, does nothing for the bigger gaps. Like our current guild versus guild, where my 11 million squad is biggest on our side versus 2 guilds with 20 to 40 million. On multiple squads each, yeah, not gonna be fixing that gap with a little bit of guild tech. Snagga, he's pulling a semi-sicky, he says. Snagga, I thought you said you didn't have to work. Please advise. I swear, everybody else, if you were in the same stream that I'm thinking of, he said he didn't have to work on Sunday. Is it not Sunday? Have I forgotten my days? I could do another review and try to find somebody who's not doing such a good job. Kaleth, you monster. Absolute monster. Oh, right. That makes sense. You and your upside down world time. How you even stay on the earth? That's what I want to know. How come you're not slipping off? Because it's upside down over there. So explain that to me. Alright. That's all I got for the Kaleth. Hey, Kaleth. He says his account is better because he watches my streams. A month ago, he would have had a lot more feedback. Well, I'm glad that I've helped you in some way because you are doing some very great stuff here. All complaints are extremely minor. Even the district ones, even though it's kind of egregious, the state of things. And I gotta know, what's the deal with the explorations? I will look for your answer. How come you people are not using these? Evan Davidson says, guild versus guild feels pointless. The top 3 causing our guild matchups to have multiple 30 to 50 million teams. Yep, that is a problem. I agree. Blue Paw Wolf checking in from Sweden. Watching the stream at 2 a.m. That's doing the thing. That is doing the thing. Evan with the 25 million Devala team. This guy. just not giving people any hope, you know? What's the team power on the main team? I suppose I can pop into Arena to check that easily, right? Here you go, dummy. It's a lot. I wish there was commas. Almost 19 million. Hoarding Club Unite, says Final State. John says he only spends money on Rage Panda streams now. That's right. If you spend money on Rage Panda streams, you'll probably get more than if you spent on the game. That is not backed by science or facts at all. So feel free to open up your pockets, because my money don't jiggle, it folds. And other, I'm not good at just saying donation stuff. I don't care. You don't have to do it. How about that? How's that for a donation request? Don't ever do it. That's what. I not special. Feel like the Fight Club guy. We are the all singing, all dancing crap of the world. We are not special. Good builds. Good builds. Tomato's got a good build on her. Why is her name Tomato? What's up, Tomato? Is it because the hair? She looks like a little tomato up there. Feel like that's racist against the red-haired people, but okay. Miranda says, my stream is breaking up really bad and constantly refreshing because of my bad Wi-Fi. So she's just going to bail on me and, you know, abandon me in the middle of a stream. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it, guys. Well, Miranda, I hope that your internet gets better. And no, I don't mind that you're leaving. Sorry, I'm in a really jokey mood right now. So I'm saying things and doing stuffs. Oh, I was going to look at Vigor. We got 41 on the male ASN, only 15 on the male Tide. That could be a big room for improvement for you there, because it really doesn't take much to get higher than 15. So, especially during a marriage challenge, you boost up some Vigor and add it on there. Jester Jack has become a whale. That's a whale of a tale, I tell ya. Thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate seeing new members join, and I really love seeing my little symbol next to people's names. So, we are going to do another account review if you guys want it. Miranda, you're going to miss the games later, man. That's unfortunate. I thought you were really going to enjoy those. But maybe check back in an hour if things are working better. Otherwise, good night. Xander says, do my account. Well, first, I am going to black that out so I can sign out and not accidentally give away email addresses. It's important to protect the safety of our people. Hit the old log out there. All right, I can do another review. Let me bring up my wheel of names. The old wheel of names. All right, we got a wheel of names here. Now maybe I should make a special wheel of names just for all of the people that are in the chat. That would probably make sense. It takes a little extra time, but I'm sure that you would all be up for it. This is going to look terrible having OBS on the screen because I only have my one screen right now. Is that trippy or what? You feel like you're in a Twilight Zone? All their fake names. Get those fake names out of here. If you want to be part of the account review, then, I don't know, type 1 in the chat. Maybe I can minimize stuff. You want to see my background, guys? It's Dumbledore that I painted. That's who it is. That's how we do it. Oh boy. There's a lot of them. Oh, man. All right, we got Snagga. Feel like I should put him in twice. He's always donating to me. Firewolf, always good to see you in the stream, my friend. D. Schroeder, one of my long-term supporters. Hey, there's Snagga again with a 1. He almost got me. Here I am, in the middle of a stream, trying to use my brain, firing on all cylinders, and this guy is tricking me. Absolutely tricking me. I cannot believe he's done this. It really is, it is hard to keep up. When people are saying stuff to me and they're talking about stuff and I'm trying to talk and think and do all the things. Kai up in here. Josh Dotson doing a thing. Oh yeah, Gerald, we're supposed to do yours. Gerald, I almost forgot. We're supposed to do Gerald's because Gerald won last time, guys. Yeah, we'll go back into John's account and get another refresher about how we're supposed to play the game. Alright, I owe Gerald St. Augustine another try to get signed in because he won on a previous stream and we could not get signed in. So, we're going to try one time. We're not going to spend 30 or 40 minutes on it, but we're going to try to one time only deal. Which means I gotta black out my screen again so that you guys don't get the information. Sorry. I need a waiting screen, don't I? That would be smart. But if you wanted a professional streamer, you came to the wrong place. I don't know what I'm doing. You are watching a monkey at a keyboard just trying to figure stuff out. That's it. That's all this is. It's all it ever was. Alright, what's your Discord name, Gerald? Can you message me again so it's easier to find the chat? I have like hundreds of people in my recent chats. If you guys don't know, then I do on Discord try to help as many people as I can with all of their questions. And so I get a lot of messages. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to leave it in your hands, Gerald, to message me on Discord because I can't find the thing. And I don't remember if you got some special Discord name. You do have a special Discord name. All right. Sorry for the black screen, guys. I know. It's boring. All of you left already. I know. Let me type game. Oh boy, it's logging me back into the wrong one. Oh, I'm gonna be in trouble now. I don't know, man. It's difficult. Should I tell a joke? There once was a man from Nantucket. And then he said a naughty word. That's how that joke goes. The monkey on keyboard typing should just be my waiting screen. Make it a panda, though. Yeah, sorry if I created a mirror for you guys all to look into your own souls. I know that that can be quite an experience. I hope you'll learn a lot about yourselves in the process. That's what we're all here for. To learn and grow. The problem was I didn't have my own screen up for BlueStacks. That was the real trick here. I did that last time. I don't know if Goat Games is just sick of me doing this. There we go. I should mention that this is actually not something that you're supposed to be doing, but I have special permission to do it from Goat Games. So, you know, don't be logging into other people's accounts because you're not supposed to. And I don't want you to get in trouble. That would be the worst. All right, we got that code sent off, and you just are going to have to type it in for me. And then we'll be good to go. You know, I do know a lot of jokes. I just never know them at the right time. But then again, I'm a dad now, so most of my jokes are stuff like, "Hi, hungry, I'm dad." And things of that nature. I think that might have worked right away. We should be able to turn our screen back on. Thank you for all bearing with me. For Panda bearing with me. Oh, there's your joke. Aren't you glad you came to the stream? Bet you're not. That's what you get. That's what you get for supporting me. You have encouraged me, and now this is on you. All right. Chester Jack says, I live in the void. It's happening. It's happening. I'm glad we're getting around to this because I felt bad when I had to pass on it the other time. All jokes sensational. Hey, it's the Galabar. Look at that. I wish she didn't kind of lick the vine a little. That's, it's got thorns on it, you dumb person. Don't do that. You're gonna get poked. Alright. Looks like we got all sorts of special stuff going on here. Look at this. Look at this dragon man with the special outfit. Doing the thing. Got the little icon up here for the increased district. Oh, I didn't check on the masks on the last account. Look at all these. Look at all these things. Have you found out if these are cumulative or if you have to be using one or the other? I feel like you should have to have them equipped, but it's Goat Games, so how could we possibly know? Pat says, hello, I'm here tuning into the stream while I should be sleeping, but content is great here. I'm glad you're saying that right after I just showed a black screen for 5 straight minutes. Oh, you know, what are you going to do? Gerald says, just equipped? I think that's probably the way. All right. Let's check the heirs first. We never go to the heirs first. Oh, what a cutie. Look at that cutie doing a thing. Got all the slots unlocked, as you would expect. Not sure what we were working towards. That's one thing I have started doing myself. Is when I am doing my marriage, or my courting now, sorry. I usually pick one person. And I'm just churning out units of the same person because I have a goal in mind. So I get kind of just clicking on the one that you're getting a free evening with. But usually I try to be a little more goal-oriented if I have the bouquets to be doing that. It's a pretty small thing and not really something you have to live by. Good Lord, sir. And or madam. I'm assuming that Gerald means Gerald and not Geraldine. Which is why I assumed your gender, and I apologize for that. I know that's a crime now, and I take it back. 2 of these Devalas. What are you doing to yourself? That's so expensive. Look at the vigor on them, too. Let me know about this 88 vigor. Did you get this with the vigor farm? Or was this post vigor farm? She doesn't have the air symbol. So I have a feeling that this was with the vigor farm. You're saying no. Hard work. Okay. Well, that's like 1,000 marriages. Almost. Yeah, this is excessive. Let's see the traits. Are they worth it? I think you got a hybrid build here that I might not go for personally, but if it's working for you, I can't argue with it. Personally, I think you should either go for speed or you should go for the boxing build. And if you're going for the boxing build, then aggressive is better. But, you know, maybe the hybrid thing is working out. She's one of the few that I could see it working on. I'm glad that you went with focused instead of agile, because since she takes so many punches to the face, she's going to get more out of focused than she ever will out of agile. And normal attacks are a little bit, shall we say, poopy. Shall we say they are a fine mist of poo-poo that you spray onto people, and it does very little damage, but it annoys them just slightly. Pretty standard build here. Although this build is kind of like the, on any other character, obviously, she likes to stack her basic attacks. On any other character, this is kind of the early game build. But I could see that working out. I'm glad that we got 2 accounts that are just in perfect, pristine order. Everybody swept their floors before I signed into their account. Let's see. Does he have the traits? I'll tell you what's wrong about this guy. I got something wrong about this guy. You have Devout on him, and that means you're not using him with male Aeson. And that is a mistake. You got a male Aeson right here. If you got both of these guys, and you... Obviously, it seems like you got 2 teams going. But if you got both of these guys, there's no reason you should have Devout on this one. These guys should be together. They are so good together. That's the new name of the stream. Use male Aeson and male Lume together if you got them. They're incredible. That is the way. Brent P says 4 scrappies. Yeah, we're going to go into the traits and it's going to be 4 scrappies. Oh, now that would be a funny build. Is a level 18 focused better than a level 22 agile for her specifically? Yes, I would say so. For sure. Because she gets most of her energy from getting punched in the face. I would say most of her energy from that. And you want to be increasing all of that instead of just getting some increased basic attacks. Jester Jack says, I believe the word you're looking for is shart. Yeah, that could be. That could be. Check the team. Do you mean check the rosters? Probably. Oh, he actually has the rosters going. Would you look at that? I need to check the traits on the Bloodcraft legend so I can tell you if that was good or bad. I think that perhaps a thing that's missing from your main team, or at least your top roster team, is solid tanking ability. Because Bloodcraft Legend is nice, but she's not the tankiest person on the planet. And Devala can be the tankiest person on the planet, but she also drops aggro for a significant portion of that. So you're probably leaving the rest of your team sort of shafted when it comes to tanking. And I think that that probably needs to be fixed. Galabar would certainly help in that situation. And in fact, you could put the female Galabar directly instead of the male Lume, and your problems would essentially be solved. That would basically solve the team. You could also do the male if you want to, because female Devala plus male Galabar is good, but male Galabar is not as good as people think. People are seeing him in Valley of Conquerors, and they're saying, oh, ho hum, woe is me, I can't kill the thing, because he's got all the tankiness, and all you got to do is counter him a little bit. So I don't think that male is the ultimate play, although at this level you're probably participating in those PvP things. And so if you wanted to try to trick people who don't know how to counter him, I feel like it's going to work for a little while to help you hold nodes. You could put the male in there instead, but I think the female is better overall. At least if you're playing against people who know what's going on. So, Jimmy Horatio says, hello, hello. Just got here. What do I need to do to get a notification when you go live? You need to join my Discord. I pinged everybody. And if you're in my Discord, then I need to make a role, a specific role, and then I can ping that role for people who actually want to get it again. Crowd control is what I think is the easiest counter to male Galabar, but male Elzadeth straight up clears buffs with his ultimate, and he also just got buffed because they fixed crit. So I think that he's a really good option as well. In fact, on my free-to-play account, I'm already using female Fulgur, who has a crit buff, and male Elzadeth gets boosted crit attacks, so I got a mythic of him, luckily, on the old free-to-play. I'm going to be boosting that up. Not that I probably have to worry about too many Galabar, but that's what I'm going to be doing. But he's also good because he comes with the fearsome and all sorts of other stuff, so there's a lot in the kit to counter that male Galabar. All right, second team. Hey, what's this? Another female Devala? So, I like that your main team is a much more creative team than what I generally see at these higher levels. I will say that. The second team is the cookie cutter. And unfortunately with the cookie cutter build, people tend to feel like they're too squishy because this build is very squishy. And then what ends up happening is you end up fighting Devala versus Devala because you each have a Devala that has a reasonable amount of vigor, and each of those Devalas goes into an ult and kills the entire enemy team that is not built defensively. Luckily, I've seen that you at least have energetic on your people, so you're doing something right. You probably win a lot of those battles because of it. Snagga says, now it's starting to rain. I feel bad, Snagga. This stream was largely for you because you said you had Sunday off, and then I didn't think about time zones. I'm not used to talking to people all around the world. Pretty crazy having the community all come together like that. Hey, everybody, if you're willing to in the chat, say where you're from. Look how crazy it gets in there. They're from everybody. I'm from the Midwest and the US of A. That's mine. That's where I'm from. I know that we got some Australia. Somebody said Sweden earlier. Got Hawaii. Texas. 2 Texases right in a row. Small world, but a big state. Got some UK, some Canada, some Germany, all across the continental United States, and even a little bit of the outlying islands. Love it. Cuba. Mars, of course. Love it. I'm glad you guys actually shared so that I could get a little preview of that. That's exciting stuff. Okay, so your teams in general are pretty good. I think that's pretty obvious. Got a lot of strong champions here. But I think that you maybe are neglecting defense a little bit. And maybe some of your pairings of the people that you have could be a little better. So, like I said, for the first team, I feel like it's not tanky enough. For the male Aeson and the male Lume, bring them together. Or at least put the male Aeson with a female Galabar. The combination of him with a healer is just so strong. You just can't skip it. Other than that, good stuff. If I was going to use female Ugrel, though, I would be putting the male Dravapala instead of the female. I don't know if you got one leveled up, but that's just my 2 cents on the matter. This one's, you're getting close to an energy control team here. I feel like you could tweak that just a little bit. You got the female Gulltongue here. If you put that instead of the male Fulgur, you're doing a whole lot of controlling people's energy. And that could be quite strong. I don't think you're going to find anybody from Venus, because that is a hellscape. My daughter, who is 5, we have, you know how the smart TVs, they like to scroll through a bunch of random pictures just for fun when you're, let's say you didn't pick a new YouTube video or whatever. Whenever they show one of space, she says, Daddy, I want to learn about that. Can we learn about that? And then we'll go and we'll find videos and web pages that talk about it and stuff, and we learn about space together. And we ended up learning about Venus the other day, and boy, let me tell you, you don't want to go there. Not exactly the trip to the beach that you're looking for, unless you don't love wearing so much skin all the time. Because a trip to Venus will help cure you of the plague of having too much skin. Sorry, I make myself laugh. So, all good on the champions. Let's check on the companions. What do we got going on? We got a whole there's a whole mess of whores. It's after 15 seconds. I get to say that. You just can't say that stuff in the first 15 seconds. All right, we got Steadfast. We got, I suppose you made this one mythic to get another Devala. Their clan trait doesn't even necessarily work. They've said it's fixed. I don't totally buy it. But if this is just to get behind another mythic female Devala, I can understand it. I guess I get the focused. It's not my favorite, but I understand it. Nothing wrong with it, that's for sure. Got our team buff traits going. Some district people going. Level 22 traits. Looking like a beautiful thing so far. Looking like some great decisions. Got the Ignis going. Could do a huge Pyromancer build. That could be fun. That is a far too large Griffin, though. Got a little carried away clicking on that one. And the Sally Horn, too. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You pumping out plenty of level 22 traits, that's for sure. I'm almost surprised on this account to see companions that you don't have. You're really crushing it. Great decisions there. Love all of the people that we're investing in. I'm not sure, I will say, I'm not sure if I would have gone so hard for the level 22 traits. I don't know the timeline of when you did that. But maybe there's some other things in here that could have been valuable. Or maybe you could have used it for more summons. I feel like it's a little overkill to have all three of them pumping out level 22 traits. But I don't know. That's just me. Like Fearsome, there are times when Fearsome's useful. Now, I think Vengeful could be good on the Galabar, especially the male. I want to try out male Galabar with the mythic Vengeful. Feel like that could do some work. Somebody mentioned that in the Discord the other day, and it sounds like a really good plan. So maybe, I mean, I get it. It's a lot of level 22 fodder that you're giving yourself, which is great for vigor. But I don't know. Lolbits loves to make bad puns, not me. I never do that. Haha. Gerald says I max him to get bigger vigor per bouquet. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. And also, if you're just constantly chucking them out, you got 6 of them a day. It's pretty reasonable to not have to spend your bouquets on that. Kai, it also would be good for mite farming. I do agree with that. I'm just saying, I know that it has uses. I'm not saying if those, I'm just thinking that maybe those uses aren't worth as much as all of those resources could have been used for in other places. But that is a very minor thing. It's definitely not saying he did it wrong. Very minor thing. What are the districts like? Well, he does have his district champs in order, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that he's got a lot of stuff going on. Now, he's up to 612k a minute, so I'm assuming we're going to see basically what I've been asking people to do. All right, well, not on this one we're not, but these ones are leveled up and they're close. Although I will say, well, you know what? These are probably actually for expedition teams, aren't they? So you can put one of these on each expedition team and they do a lot of boss damage. That checks out. I could see that being a thing. Not bad. Fatal says it's not worth it. You tried it out, the Vengeful on the male Galabar, and it just doesn't do it. Well, that's unfortunate. I figured with the amount of damage that he was taking, if he was reflecting 15% of it, I guess you'd have to be lucky and specifically reflect the skills and abilities. That's probably where it falls apart. Got some good people here. Hey, look at that. You already got a male Elzadeth already halfway to being good. Maybe not halfway to being good. That gets exponentially harder to do, but you know what I mean. These guys need to be a little higher. I feel like you have the resources to make these guys a little higher now. They're good for what they were. I see they got some marriage on them, so I'm assuming they got their noble or possibly confident as well. Time to ascend them a little bit. This one we're just using our more highly leveled people, but yet again, 5 and 6 star for the account that you have is probably too low. For a lot of people's accounts, 5 or 6 star is definitely a good start. But now I'm not going to look in to see exactly what traits these guys have, but we're looking at 1 star level difference here and almost 1,000 extra gold. So the higher and higher you go, the better and better it's going to get. And you can see these guys are already beating out. This 5 star is beating out a 14 star almost. They're like right next to each other, neck and neck. So that's why I preach getting these guys in order so much. Fatal HQ says, I tested him in guild versus guild, and mostly he will end up either dead too soon or will be the last standing with a female Devala who heals anyway. Yeah, that's kind of why I say that I don't like the male Galabar. The thing that he does is neat, and you get to defend. Like, if you get into that female Devala fight and you're defending, then you're going to win and you're going to defend the node, and that's great. But I don't know how much that's really worth, and then the second people start countering him, it's worth absolutely nothing because he's just going to be dead. So, you know, oh, that's the one we already did. I'm not going to look through all of these, but I will look at one of the agriculture districts just to even it out. And once again, all looking great. All 5 stars and getting 5K from each one. So people who are watching this and we're using this for educational purposes, these are 5 stars. And he's getting 5K from each of them. 5 stars. Now imagine if he ascended them to 10 stars. My man would be rolling in the money. He probably only hasn't done it because he doesn't need the money yet. Not sure how you're looking on your money, but you probably got a bunch of chests. I don't know. Seems like you could be using a little more from the districts. Might be time to ascend them. Just saying. Holding on to boxes over here. What is this guy? Look at all of these. Look at all these cards. That almost hurts. I'm glad to see that you're still doing your dungeon descent. Even though you're just getting these boxes and they're just storing up forever. They could be useful eventually, right? Plenty of extra books, especially the purple ones. I actually am hurting for purple ones myself now. Not too bad. This is like 1 or 2 collects of stuff. Pretty clean, pretty clean. I love seeing these accounts that work like fine machinery and everything's just in order. It's how I want to play, but I never actually get to doing it the way that I want to do it. Fatal says, what's really bad about male Galabar is that he's not close combat. He doesn't walk towards people and he stands far away sending magic from his wand. Exactly. He's a tank that doesn't tank is what I said in the, I think it was the comparison video. He just doesn't do anything. And then when they nerfed his active skill, that was his best thing that he was doing. So he does even less of a thing. Little bit rough. Should we kill Kaleth because he's so close to Kaleth? Just for fun? Just hurt this guy's feelings because he's not even close to our power? I think I will. I think I will. Let's see the PvP setup. Is there anything I would change about the PvP setup? Probably just the Galabar thing I said before instead of the Lume, just to have a little bit better tanking. I'm sure you won't mind one arena ticket going missing. I just want to see the team in action. As we all do, I'm sure. Look at that Lume just keeping everybody absolutely topped. Not that the enemy has a great chance anyway. I'm a little surprised at the time it's taking to kill him, but when you get up to these higher levels, millions upon millions of difference is not as big as it seems. All the damage coming from the Vigor, specifically from the Vigor. Bobby says Guild Conquest was a lot more fun when there was 3 times speed max and you couldn't hit an enemy if they were traveling the same direction as you. Yeah. I mean, I just don't play Guild Conquest because it makes me mad at the game. I don't like it, you know? Michael Painter says why he's bringing up another Tide. Oh, I missed it. Tide to go with him. Do you mean the Galabar? F-Tide, male Galabar, male Naga, then a support and another DPS. I would say that if you're going for male Galabar and you're looking for another DPS, I would have to recommend the male Aeson, who does a very incredible job. Super strong boy. What about our banquets? We got a banquet running right now? He's even got the banquet running. Guys, every time I review a top tier account, and I'm going to consider this a top tier account right now, I consider the last one as well a pretty top tier account. And what I mean by that is that they are super clean on all the stuff that they're doing. The dungeon descents are getting done. The banquets are getting done. They're getting their stuff leveled up. One of them is getting their districts in order. Sorry, Kaleth. Love you, buddy, but got to get that fixed. They're doing all of this stuff that seems small, because when you do all of the small stuff, then you get to be big. So I know that I'm guilty of occasionally skipping this stuff. I know when we logged in on one or the other account, we had rewards from the, what are they called? Expeditions. So yeah, they're doing all of the stuff. And I think that if you want to really be succeeding at the top level, then that's the way to do it, is to do all of your stuff, including making friends through the collect system. Speaking of expeditions, look at this. He already had them started. What sort of stuff do you like from your expeditions, my friend? I'll progress these along for you. Normally, I'm going to take books. But I don't know if you have too many books. Maybe you got too many. But for now, until you speak otherwise, I'm clicking the books. Looks like you are already clicking books from what I'm seeing here. But I'm also going to click diamonds, and you will never change my mind that diamonds are better. Because I'm stubborn. The most stubborn, as everyone will tell you. Check out the Guardian Stone here. Ooh, child, that's a lot of strength. Now, a lot of people, now I don't know if they're doing this because of my recommendation, but a lot of people are doing the full 1 point in each. I really think that you're getting the most for your medals by doing that. I really do. I mean, mathematically, objectively speaking, you're getting the most for your medals by doing that. Some people have said that they have a problem. There's not enough green medals, and then you get stuck. But this account is pretty far in, right? He's got a lot of stuff going on. He's gotten a lot of the medals. Let's see if we think that he is suffering from that problem, where pandas do not fear math. That's right. We look math in the face, and then we do the math. Because it's not that hard. It's a simple set of operations usually. You just got to know the rules and follow them. That's all. If we look at this, we've got 2 of these here that are already at level 3. These are waiting for the next set of medals, and he could be spending on one of them, but maybe he just hasn't decided which one to do. But even if he had decided, he's not waiting on green medals. He's waiting on the silver medals. So, yeah, I don't think that people who are saying that putting a point in all of these is wasting and you're going to end up stuck waiting for green medals, I have never seen that to be the case. I've reviewed a few accounts now that have done this the same way I have, and I have never seen anybody who is just waiting for that next green medal to be able to keep going. So you don't have to do it this way. In fact, if I was going to do it again, there might be some rows of this that I would skip, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine to do it this way, and maybe the only one that you would skip is the fortitude percent, because fortitude's a little poopy, but still, I think it's fine. So once again, I have nothing to be able to to tell you that you're screwing up. Is there anything you feel like you're screwing up so that maybe I could have an extra special tip for the people? Just something for the people, you know? It's all about the people around here. Man, I love this. You know what? I try not to ask for much as a quote-unquote content creator or whatever it is that I do. Number one, I do this because it's fun for me, so I already get rewarded for it. But I did ask Goat Games if we could get a content creator avatar frame. Wouldn't that be cool? Then, when you saw me in game, you'd say, oh, hey, he's the guy what does the stuff. I think that would be cool. So that's the only thing that I've asked for from them. That and fix the game. But, you know, I think that would be cool. Gerald says, go with my heroes. I can help with marriages. Use my system. What system? Talk us through your system, Gerald. We're looking at the champions. I would love to know your system. I hope you got blazing fast typing fingers, because I can't wait around forever because people are going to get bored AF, and I don't want to make them start dropping like flies. You feel me? Which intimacy pack is the best one? The $5.99. Do we have them available here? We do not on this server. It comes with, I believe, 50 of each for the rings, the necklaces, the rings, the earrings, and the lockets. $5.99. That's the ones that I get. I buy them out. Place the numerical value on fodders. Yeah, that's what I do. I believe I've said that in a few videos, but maybe not. I suppose we could do sorting by level. That might be a wise choice. So number 23, let me guess. I'm going to guess this one. This is a level 23. This is a level 23. They got district trades. Holy heck, Jacob Clark gifted 10 Rage Panda 1 memberships. Oh my god. What the hell? I can't believe you, Jacob Clark. You absolute legend. People, make sure you click on those to claim them. Yeah, I usually do this as well, although I have 3 different levels that I use for district traits. I will have 1 level for having noble, 1 level for having confident, and 1 level for having both. So I like to do that. I don't always keep up with it, but when I'm doing a big project, that is what I like to do. I cannot believe you, Jake. Jake is a friend of mine. He doesn't even have to do this. We're buddies and pals. Buddies and pals, and he's just making it rain out here, showing people what it's like to throw support at the stream. Rage Panda stream, ice cream, free membership. What a Sunday. That is a good Sunday, unless you're in Australia, and then it's a pretty fine Monday, apparently. Figure out your time, other half of the world. Aren't you supposed to revolve around America? Believe that's what Americans are supposed to believe, right? Right? Anybody? Sorry, I know that most of us are Americans. I don't mean to disparage us. Man. I wish we got the Panda Champion. Now that would be some pretty sweet. The old Panda Stan icons. I have heard that Australia isn't real. Isn't that a flat earth thing? I don't remember. I am not personally a flat earth believer. Fatal says, I do the same. I do it with brutal and energetic and with fierce. With a number from 2 to 10 for everything I need. Yeah, I think that's a great system. And maybe, actually, now that you mention it, maybe I should make a specific video about using that system. because I have mentioned it before, but maybe because it's not the focus of what I'm talking about, it's not so obvious to people that I actually believe it's an important thing. But every time I talk about marriage, I tend to mention that. Man, look at all the 22 traits. Nice. How do you do the hybrid? Well, I suppose it's easier to show here. I can talk about doing a hybrid a little bit. I'm not going to do it on somebody else's account, but I can talk about it. So this top trait is called the inherent trait. A lot of people call it the clan trait. The one underneath it that has this little filigree around it is called the secondary trait. If we want to make ourselves a hybrid, we need to take our spouse and we need to put somebody's clan trait into this secondary slot. So it doesn't have to be the spouse's inherent trait. It could just be somebody else's clan trait that was married onto this spouse. So one of these glowing traits needs to transfer from the spouse into the secondary slot, and then you will have a visual hybrid. So that's all that matters. It has to be a glowing trait that comes from the spouse, and it has to go into the secondary slot. And if you do both of those, then boom, bam, thank you, ma'am, got yourselves a hybrid, and you're having a good time. And maybe that hybrid will be real pretty like. You never know. Check the green fodder. I suppose there are ways to do that better in the Royal Hall. I know you didn't do all the levels on the green fodder, because that would just be madness. He's done levels on all the green fodder. So the reason that I don't really think that that's super necessary is because you could just click the trait one. Unless they have some other special meaning. But, I mean, I guess you get to tell then that I guess 10 is athletic. And that's cool. But I feel like you're saving more time by not doing it on the green fodder. Because you can generally, hey, you got a 50-50 shot of guessing based on this trait screen. So I wouldn't personally do it on the green ones. But hey, you're a highly organized person and I can respect that. Just the 1 and 2 stars? Yeah, I suppose it helps bring them to the top, if nothing else. Doesn't totally put them on the top because it still ranks it by power, I guess. But it helps to put them there. Yes, Snagga made it. I feel like I need to schedule around Snagga. He's such a cool guy. I want him to be at all my streams. He was the first person that ever bought merch from my merch store. Did you know that? He got a Rage Panda shirt, and then he sent me a picture of it. And I am a big fan. Meant to be at work, but he decided to heck with it. We doing some fun stuff. We hanging out with the boys. Alright, nothing exciting in the guild. I don't know, man. You're killing it. You're doing great. I don't know what to tell you. You guys are an inspiration tonight. These are not things where I'm critiquing you and saying, everybody, don't make these mistakes. These are where you guys are doing it right. And I'm saying, everybody, do it like this, because this is pretty right. I do think that making a video talking about the different levels for the fodder is a good thing to do. Other than that, though, hey, Blazin', welcome to Legendary, my friend. We got ourselves yet another member. This is the most members I've ever gained in a single stream, and I would like to thank you for that, especially Mr. Jake. Mr. Jake, you get a Mr. in front of your name because you are a scholar and a gentleman. Jelly Gerald, I may still have to work. What does Arvo mean? Does that mean afternoon? I feel like you're saying afternoon, but you're saying Arvo. Explain this Australian wizardry to me. I thought that we were speaking the same language, you know? Michael Painter says, snag it into the stream. Arvo is afternoon. I don't understand that. I don't understand that one. one bit. So, Gerald, do you have any anything? Just that fodder, huh? I'm impressed. I'm impressed to have 2 accounts right here that are just in such high standing. I honestly cannot believe it. I don't know if I looked at the... yeah, this is the one I did look at the bag. I didn't look at the bag on the other one. Yeah, I don't know. You're good. You did it. You did the thing. Now, I'm going to go into my own account. So I'm going to bring that up first. So that you guys don't have to be stuck on a black screen. And I don't really have much going on. I mean, normally these account reviews are much longer. But these guys are just really, really nailing it. And I don't have much to say about them. Only been streaming for like an hour and a half and I did 2 of them. Normally an account review takes me an hour and a half. Very impressive indeed. What does the TOF stand for? Raccoon Tears on Fire. Raccoon the only fornicator. I gotta know. Got the private YouTube account. I was so close. It's that sad MF or DD. I don't know if that's what that means either, but I just make stuff up. I hope you guys know I have headcanon for all of you. Aromatic Preference 8. I did not notice you in the chat before, but I am noticing you now, Senpai. Snagga wants some adult kiwi apricot loaf. Are you just making stuff up? You can't just put words together and expect that we're all going to understand what you're talking about. That's not how this works. We have agreed upon sentences that people will understand. Lil Salty Bitch says, you smell like Fritos, all of ya. But wait a minute. You're salty, so that means you smell like Fritos. Get roasted. You know? I don't want to have to bring out the big guns to defend my stream. But you're talking to my guy all wrong. See? Smell like Fritos. Man, now I want Fritos. Dang it. I might be a large person on the inside, you know? I am differently abled. I like cake way too much. Alright, let's switch over to my account. If OBS decides to recognize that I actually have my account open. OBS, this is BS. Please do the thing. Do the thing, man. Call me now. You know, the funny thing is, I have like a 99% assurance in my mind that Lil Salty Bitch is Jake. Because every time Jake does something really nice, like he did when he donated 10 subs just now, he has to even it out. He has to take care of his own karma, right? He likes to keep it balanced. He was way too nice. He felt too lovey-dovey and too nice. He had to come in here with a new YouTube account and poop on everyone. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. He can't handle the good feelings. But you know what? I'm sending you good feelings anyway. You deserve it. You deserve love. I said it. All right. I might glitch out my OBS here clicking the wrong thing. But I feel like I have to click the wrong thing for it to decide that there's a right thing to click. So I'm kind of just clicking everything. Oh, look. When I clicked the wrong thing, it decided there was a thing to... OBS, what is wrong with you, bro? Get your life together, dude. All right, I am going to log out of the Gerald account because my man's killing it. My man is killing it. I have no notes. Be like that. That is the note. All right, that one's logged out. Now I can catch up on a little bit of my own stuff here and there, you know. I feel like I could start recording now and then do a little champion thing, but I want them to be a little more polished. So I don't know. Michael Painter, I don't know if I caught you with the legendary before, but this is nuts, guys. This is way more members than I even had before. I'm pretty sure that I more than doubled my members in this stream alone. So, thanks to all of you. Fritos are corn chips. Indeed. Indeedly do. And if Miranda was here, she would say, don't forget to like the stream if you like the stream. Like my status if you like my status. I would like to play around a little bit with the Galabar duo. Now, I have been using them together a couple of times, and they do be a little bit strong. I don't remember what my actual team power even is. Not nearly as high as these people. Not going to be able to deal with a 15-star female Tidestorm, that's for sure. That is for sure. Should we do the traditional fight Snaga? High priority, welcome to Legendary. We're on the train, guys. We are on the hype train. Choo-choo. It's rolling. It's rolling down the tracks. You know, Johnny Cash didn't have a problem with me singing his song, Adele. Get your life together, woman. Oh, these people are too strong. Why are you showing me 31 million? I can't do that. I'm just a poor boy. Nobody is in my battle range right now. Crazy. You know what else is crazy? All of these memberships. Guys, there's been like 15 of them? Something crazy. On my team, let's look at my team. I'll just, Ninthalore, you're close enough. No, I don't think that I could, because already I have 2 people that are not doing any damage. And if I went for the male Lume, then I would just really not be doing damage. If I was going to switch anybody out for that, it would probably be the male Galabar, because he doesn't really do much. He has not been doing the thing for me. I don't have all my people leveled up, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to trade stuff out if I want to actually trade stuff out. The main problem with this team is the male Samir is the worst, and I hate him. I guess we could do something like that and hope that male Samir attacks the guy who's going to be useless anyway. And then we could maybe do that. But I'm definitely going to lose this fight. They're way too high. That male Samir alone is just going to push me into a corner, and we're just going to get never-ending spin to wins, and it's going to hurt real bad. High priority says, let's go, and I agree. I don't know how the male Samir got so broken that he hits everybody, but that's what he does, and it's not my favorite. The main reason I even took this fight is so that we can see how stupid tanky these people can be. About to lose the female, but she still is doing the thing. And all they have to do is get a couple of ults, and then she can kind of survive a little longer. Now she ulted, and the Samir kept spinning there. That was weird. Kai with the $20 dono for all the hard work on the website. Has been using it religiously. I love to hear that because it has been a lot of work. And next up is going to be a big in-depth marriage guide, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to get an actual marriage guide that will hopefully be functional enough that when you hear somebody talking about is marriage possible, how do you do it, you can just link them the thing. You don't have to type out a whole mess of information. So I really want to get that right, and it may not be up on the website for a couple of weeks, because I'm going to have to make graphics and do all sorts of stuff. So if the website looks a little stale for a little while, it's because I'm working on that behind the scenes. I know it can maybe look like I'm being lazy. Why is this guy still alive? Do you see the amount of people he is just tanking at his 11-star level? It is bonkers. And that's what happens when you just don't have what it takes to strip all of the root stacks off. Every time they get close, I end up ulting and I get root stacks back. Oh, it's funny. It's funny, but it's not how I want to play on my game, that's for sure. Did someone say Huggernaut? Because that's a cool name. Is there somebody named Huggernaut here? I love that. The one and only Sora. Good old Sora and Kairi. That was her name, right? Kairi? I really liked Kingdom Hearts 1, and Kingdom Hearts 2 made me want to throw my PlayStation 2 out the window. Because it was, in my opinion, not well written. Look at the numbers. And he still didn't do damage. That's the funny thing. He still didn't do any damage. He was alive for so long. That guy is dumb. That guy is big dumb. Sora is a guildie. Well, hi, guildie of Michael Painter, who is Raccoon. And I know that because I'm trying to learn. So that it's so weird because I got to know everybody's alias. Huggernaut is a good name. I approve of this message. So I do want to mention that I have some interactive stuff that we can try to do. That who knows if it's going to go well. And I'm counting on you guys to not get me banned. But but at some point we can switch over and do that if you'd like to. I was planning on doing that a little deeper into the stream, but we're 2 account reviews done. And it took almost no time because they're doing the thing. So let me know what you want to see, because my scheduled, expected 2.5 to 3 hours of content was much lower. Counting on a YouTube audience not to get banned? Well, you know what? I haven't given my people any rules yet in the Discord. I don't have any mods. We've had exactly one a-hole show up, and it was quickly dealt with in a natural fashion. So I think if you give people a little trust and a little space, in general, they will be good people. And if they're not, then they get I kick them out. It's whatever. If I have to do it, I will do it. Well, the way I'm doing account reviews is that people are signing up in the Discord. And then I have a big wheel that I actually need to spin on today to see who our next account review is going to be. And then you give me your email address that's associated with the Goat Games thing, and it will send you a code to that email address. And basically you're giving me permission to sign into your account. And anybody who's not comfortable with that, unfortunately, will not be able to get an account review. But it is what it is. I hope I don't have 80 of these. I'm always giving people a hard time. Just use them. Just explore, my man. You gotta find yourself. Look at her being all cute except for the chicken feet. They even hit him in shadow. They're like feeling bad that they did that. They know what they did. They know. The chickens do, in fact, have large talons. I agree. It has been a great community, and I'm very proud of my people. Hey, Steel Spartan. I am having a good time. We did a couple account reviews, and the people were too good at the game. They were just too good at the game. You know? Sometimes that's the way life goes. So now we're on my account just kind of doing some stuff that I need to get done. And we're hanging out talking. This might be a little bit less educational than the other parts. I'm clicking through some stuff. Sometimes I just got some stuff to get through, man, Working through it with friends. Marcus says, I better do some explorations before I get my account reviewed. That's going to be the meme. People are going to be, when they get on the list, they're going to stop doing them just to mess with me. I should spend some of these points, but it's hard for me to spend the points when I'm always using different stuff. You know? Hard for me to commit. Feel like marksman damage is a pretty safe thing to commit to, so I'm going to do that. Get a couple of the old point-a-roonies in there. And I was thinking about doing a little bit of dodge on all of my people. It's funny that this dodge, this was a glitch. I didn't even put the second point in there. When I was putting 1 in everything, it glitched and put 2 in that one. Because occasionally, BlueStacks doesn't click exactly where you click it. And I was doing things fast. So maybe it wasn't so much a glitch as my impatience, but I'm sticking with it. John, I am not even going to dignify that by reading it out loud. How could you do this to me? Marcus says he made fun of 80 a few days ago. I logged in and found 300 of my stamina potions. Yeah, that's a problem, sir. That is a problem. You guys want me to up a male Lux? Let's pretend that we were trying to make a team for a male Lux right now. How about that? Let's say that we had a male Lux. And what we really, really needed in our lives was to use the male Lux for whatever reason. All right. The first thing that you're going to do, if you're going to try to make a specific whole team built around one guy, the very first thing that you do, and I'm going to do it now. Hold on. Stand by. Red 5 standing by. All right. I'm not going to be able to see chat for a second, so I'm just going to be on my tangent, and you're just going to have to forgive me for being on my tangent. First thing that we're going to do is we go to RagePanda1.com, and then we go to Champions, and then in this case, we're going to look for Mages, and then we click on this poo-poo boy. So we found a hot pile of garbage, and we've clicked on it, and that's really important, because when you're doing this, you got to click on your hot pile of garbage. Unfortunately, in Vivaldi for me, for some reason, some of my pictures get inverted. And I think that that might be because there's a dark mode going on. And it's unfortunate, but it's true. So the first thing that we read is our trait build. And in this case, we read a giant message that says, please don't use this champion because he is a steaming pile of excrement that is bad for your team. But we'll get into that later. Now, the build that we're going to use, actually, is going to be the Speedy Boy build. And the reason is because his other abilities don't do anything. If you're using this guy, you're using him for his ultimate. I don't know why you would do that to yourself. Maybe you like to take, a stick from outside and you just casually hit yourself repeatedly. And so things like that are things that you seek out in your life. And therefore you decided you're going to use this absolute pile of garbage dumpster fire champion. If you're going to do that, you may as well use his best skill, which, by the way, is the worst skill in the game, as often as possible. So that's why we're using Speedy Boy. And here I say, his best skill is his ultimate. So that means we're using Speedy Boy. However, I would never use him at all, ever. He's actually the worst character in the game. That's a little untrue. I actually think that the female Sally Horn might be even worse. We could look at our stats, but we don't need to, because I don't care about the weight and girth of a specific turd, so I am not going to measure this guy's statistics because he is nothing but a girthy turd. For strategy, don't use him is the thing, but he works fine. He works the same on every comp. He's going to be equally terrible on every composition. That's just the way it is. He's going to banish somebody. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's really bad for your team. In my experience, it's usually really bad for your team. Since you're going so hard on CC that you used Male Luxuriant, you may as well build a CC team. Now, I think that the best way to do that with this guy would be to actually use a female Luxuriant as well. Not only are you going to also get the charm, but her ability says for her passive that when any ability is used against an enemy by the succubus or incubus, this being the incubus, then it will reduce the energy gain of the enemy by 50%. So by using her as well, according to what the game says, his abilities should reduce energy gain by 50%. So that's your 2 people that don't do damage, but it's also making 2 people on the enemy team not do damage. So I hope you're having fun with that so far. Unfortunately, you still need a couple of frontliners on your team, and until recently, that would have been really difficult to do because in this team, we already have our non-damage dealers, so we need frontliners that are going to actually do a little bit of damage for us, or we're just not going to be able to function as a society. Now, since we have 2 people already doing energy gain reduction, then I would highly recommend the female Dravapala for such a role, as she is quite tanky, does some decent damage, and also has some energy control available in her kit. We don't necessarily, at this point, need the male Dravapala because we don't have anything that is specifically trying to target a small area. And I think it's best, in our best interest, to avoid that anyway. I don't think counting on making the little lashes and things hit more people is going to be that effective, right? We got the female, she's got her line attack. I don't think hitting extra people with that is going to make a big difference. So we do what we do. And we just deal with it. Still need another frontliner. I would actually go male Samir here because we're doing a control team. We get the big strength reduction. We get to still group up enemies if we want to, but we're pushing them farther away. And that's the most important thing because it's going to keep the rest of our ranged people safe from those AoE melee attacks. Little bit of extra control, and that's what we're building here, is a control team. So we've got both Luxuriance, female Dravapala, male Samir, and now we need some sort of, preferably AoE damage dealer. And of course you already know that I'm going to pick female Galtung for that, because she plays into our energy control. So I think that if I was going to build a team around this actual full toilet bowl of a character, I would probably build that team. And I would put Scrappy on 0 people. There would not be 4 Scrappies, because don't ever use Scrappy. It's kind of also not good. So, does that help? I should say also that this weaken passive is good, but it's only for 5 seconds. And so, right when people start doing their active skills, it wears off. How useful is that? Not very. Not a huge fan of it. But it works well with the male Samir for the first 5 seconds. So that's something. There you go. We did the thing. Let's switch back to my game. And then I suppose I should catch up on chat because I just lectured everybody for a million years. Lulbits says, I've had enough of this. I'm out of here. Well, good night, Lulbits. Rogue used him at the beginning. Oh boy. I probably just made everybody mad. Final state, LMAO, please don't use this champion. Yeah, it's just how I feel. Hugger Not indeed do post on the Rage Panda 1 Discord. There should be a link in the description, and there's an account review sign-up area for that. Is it too harsh? Did I go too hard on him? God, I hate that character. I really do. I just really do. Billy Lively says, tell me how you really feel. Yeah. I definitely am not a fan. I guess he's good for looking cute for the ladies, but other than that, that's all he's got. Aromatic Preference feels like pulling their name from the review. Do you have a very large male luxuriant? Is that why? Have I hurt you with my words? I mean, look, you can win games with him. He's not fun for me at all. He extends all of your battles. Who wants that? We want our battles done as fast as possible. His passive only lasts for 5 seconds. That's all but useless because it runs out before you really need it. And then he debuffs Fortitude, which we don't really need in the game, you know? So I just have to say, in general, I don't think it's that great. So now that we're 2 hours in, we reach the crossroads where I can either go make an actual YouTube video, or if you guys want to keep the stream going just for the fun of it, we can sit around and play a couple of games and just see if that works out on the stream at all, or if it's not fun. If we do play the games, they are games about creativity to some degree, and there are some room for self-expression, and if you express yourselves in the wrong ways, I'm going to have to cut it out of the final edit so that I don't get banned, and I will be upset that you did that. But if nobody has any interest in playing those games, then we don't need to. I just know that a lot of times when it gets close to the stream ending, people are over it. Spin, spin, spin. That's a good point. We do need to spin the wheel of names. Gonna have to spin the real wheel of names. And I should probably add Huggernaut, because I'm sure that they are putting their name on the list. I imagine. High Priority says, let's play. Definitely wants Noble and Confident on him, Lux. Boy, I tell you what. Fatal is focusing on the Guild versus Guild gates opening. Doesn't that sound awful, having a specific time where the game is forcing you to play? That's part of the reason why I don't do it. I don't like that. I just don't like it. Alright, so if we go back over here to our Wheel of Names, we're going to spin. This is going to be for the next stream. I don't have exactly a date on that, and actually, I'm just not the kind of person that really does schedules that well, but maybe if streaming is something everybody really likes to participate in watching, I will try to overcome that deficiency in my personality for you. It's just hard for me to commit to times. I have, I don't know. I'm more of a go with the flow kind of dude. So I'm going to check the chat real quick. If there's anybody who doesn't think that they're on the list and you definitely want to be on the list, you will need to be in my Discord. But you can just say in the chat of the stream right now, please add me. I'm a person. Was I too hard on Miranda? She left early tonight. I don't know. I feel like maybe I was too hard on her. The traits needed to be fixed. I hope I wasn't too hard on her. Fatal says, I love it because there are a lot of guys like you. And I can kill 10 plus people in under 5 minutes. Yeah, I suppose. Billy Lively says, please add me. Alright. Oh, this doesn't count. This was not the spin. I did not click this. I didn't get to add Billy, so we can't count it. Sorry. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Don't hurt your own feelings. This doesn't count. Don't look at it. If that was you, stop looking at it. Billy Lively. Alright, now this is the real one. This is the real one. I'm sorry. If that was you, I hope you didn't see it. Because that was not real. That was a fake one. Now we're rolling. And this one is real. And if you win here, you're the big winner person, and everybody's going to be all mad at you because it wasn't them. That's a Spy Fox 259 right there. That's Spy Fox 259. So we're going to remove him from the list and save the list. Then I need to switch back into my normal scene. And God, I need to get another screen. That's important. And then I go into my account review section and congratulate your boy. You know, you gotta tell him he's doing the thing. At Spy Fox, you win the next account review. Congrats, homie. There. I'm sure you guys don't care to hear what I'm typing, but I'm telling you anyway. That's just the way that's the way I do it. Oh, hey, look, it's Spy Fox. Hey, buddy, you won. You did the thing. Congratulations, sir. Oh, yeah. Make sure you build that male Lux, you know. Want to make sure you're getting all the good people in your team. Okay, so this is a thing I'm excited to do, is to try to play these games with the people. Because, I mean, not necessarily this stream. I realize this has been a short one and we could easily go on with the Bloodline content. But it's something that I want to have available for my long streams in the future, especially the late night ones. We get a little crazy sometimes. Usually we go an hour or more at a time without even talking about Bloodline because people just get excited. We end up singing songs and making celebrities mad. So, so we're going to test this out. And everybody basically needs to go to jackbox.tv if you would like to participate. You can directly participate from your smartphone or a web browser. You do not have to own the game or anything like that. And if you want to just be part of the audience, you can also do that. And then you can just vote on some of the things that we are talking about and discussing. And basically, we're just trying to make big jokes. So I do want to preface that by saying that inappropriate jokes are fine. I don't care, okay? If you feel like you're a person who is overly sensitive to those kinds of jokes, then it would be a good time to probably not be in the chat. Now, I don't want to see anybody saying things that are literally going to get me kicked off of YouTube. That would be unfortunate. But in general, we should allow everybody to try to be funny in a way that they want to be funny. Now, if that sounds scary to you, I suggest you do not play the game. That's what I suggest to you. So, swear words are fine. We are past 15 seconds in the stream, so there's nothing wrong with swear words. I can't have you drawing peepees and boobies. You can reference them. You can draw them with clothes on. Yeah, but you can't draw peepees and boobies. All right? Are we clear? I'm not a rules guy. These are YouTube rules. These are not my rules. Are we all on the same page with that? Why not? Why can't we draw peepees and boobies? Because I will be fired from my self-employment. And YouTube is important to me. And if I had to shut down the stream instantly because somebody was doing something like that, I would do that. And then everybody's not having fun anymore. See, Chaos is ready for this game. He's got the jokes already. So I have to fire up the game, and we have a few different games that we can try out. Let me find it in the old Steam. The old Steam Arena. Just so we can get going with it. I think that I'm going to... Oh man, I'm going to have to get the sound just right. That's going to take some tweaking, so I hope people are ready. I don't know how loud or quiet it's going to be. All right. How about you do the thing and get resized appropriately? You stupid. I should have set up a whole different scene for this. That's what I should have done. I should have did that, man. I think that ought to do it. That's close enough, right? Am I a loud panda? Am I way too loud? That's what she said. Okay, so the trick here is for me to get my chat visible while I am also seeing the party stuff, but I think this might work. Might work. Now, I am going to have to add a little color box on my screen here. Do you guys see my color box? Is that showing up for you? Because I'm going to have to cover up the room code. This is the website. So we're going to start with one. I wonder if Halomancer is here, because he likes this game that we're going to start with. That's much less controversial than the others. It is called Gespionage. The old Gespionage. So we got to turn on a couple of settings here. I got to actually find my headphones so I can see if I'm being way too loud with the Jackbox sounds. It's definitely better with the sounds, that's for sure. All right, we're going to try with the family-friendly filter off because, you know, just like don't be racist and stuff, obviously. That's pretty easy, right? Where Oh, there's my room code hiding. That's what we really wanted. Now there's a little music in the background and it might start playing when I unmute here. Let me know if this is too loud on volume or too quiet. Yes, it is filter off time. You might hear Daddy RagePad to say some naughties. Do not fear. It's all out of love. It's very quiet. That is as expected. So I'm glad that it's very quiet for now. We're gonna try going up just a little bit. And now you're hearing sounds. I'm gonna try to get us into a room, and then we'll figure out adjusting the sounds.
I heard we have a new French agent
So, in order to make sure that I'm in charge of stuff, please tell me that you can see my color box. Somebody say I see the color box. Anybody at all. I really hope you do. Yes, we can see your box.
I did not catch any of that. Did he say he was French or not?
How did you pass the entrance exam?
You guys.
The director.
That checks out.
Look at the color on that box. Once again, I am just going to say that this is going to be not appropriate. And,
Attention Sector 5
while I'm not encouraging people to be disparaging to anybody else, if jokes like that do happen, the person who made the joke is not going to get in trouble. Okay? Don't get yourself banned. Don't get me banned. Stay within normal guidelines of human conversation. But you are free to make jokes.
I'm just saying that
I understand that is not what people want sometimes, and if that's not what you want, then we'll see you later. Thanks for coming to the stream, and I love you, and you know, you're a good person.
What?
They pose a way bigger threat.
Don't you care about Bigfoot?
Don't you care about goats?
Alright, I'm assuming you see the color box, and I can actually become my own VIP here. Don't want to be Mr. Controlling, but it's important. There you go, there's your room code. Type in the room code and let me know when you're ready.
Are you asking if I think there's people eavesdropping on the eavesdroppers?
Yeah, I guess.
Wow, that's pretty meta.
But there could be, right?
I mean, sure.
If the sound is too high or too low on the game, now's a good time to tell me to adjust it.
But I find that hard to believe. That would mean this group of work associates or friends or family members would presumably have nothing
Oh, they're
better to do
coming.
right now than to circle
Oh Lord, they're coming.
our inane conversations.
Yeah, I suppose that's a pretty silly thought.
I mean, how pathetic would that group
I think
have
we
to
got
be
room
if they
for
could be enjoying each
one
other's
more.
company,
There's
but instead
Mel.
actually
Alright.
listening to us.
I guess you'd have to be a
High
pretty
five.
pathetic
Believe
group
it.
to do that.
All right, fair warning. This one, I'm terrible at.
I bet
I'm
they're the
pretty-
type of party
pretty
that
terrible
would
at this
veggie
one.
tray. A veggie tray.
Yeah, and they probably have a pre-scheduled time.
Sound doing you all right? I assume, because hearing it is a little important.
Well, I've played all the Tetris I can stand for the next few days. The only thing left to do? No, not switch to Dr. Mario. Take all the info your government has collected on its citizens and use it to play a little game I like to call... Guespionage!
The Guespionage! So basically in this game we're going to be trying to guess percentages of surveys. And it's surprising. It is very surprising. But this is a tame game. Just to give people a chance to see what's going on. I think that's important.
Typey.
Alright, Spy Fox. You won twice. You won the spin, and now you get to be the first person.
Do not poop anywhere other than their own homes whenever possible. Make it a good guess. You'll get more points the closer your guess is.
Now, I don't know, man.
And if you're in the
Is
audience,
it really
don't
that
forget
many
to
people
answer
that will not poop anywhere else? We all appreciate a home bowl. That's for sure.
Got it. 37%.
37?
Everyone else, do you think the correct
All right.
answer is higher or lower?
So now we gotta
Also,
decide
double
if we
down
think
and
it's higher or
much
lower.
Or much lower if you think the guess is off by 15% or more.
I don't want to... Oh, man. I think it's lower. I think it's got to be lower than that.
Believe it.
Most people, when you got to go, you're
And
pushing
the
it.
correct answer
If you got to
is
take an M Lux, you're going to take an M Lux.
54%. Some
Wow.
people live by this rule even when they travel abroad. That's commitment.
That is surprising.
Who said higher?
Don't Google answers. That's not in the spirit of
As for
it.
you, good job.
Snagga.
Double points for guessing much
I'm
higher.
starting to have a negative view of the Australians.
Okay, who's up next?
All right.
Oh, he's on the spot.
Ooh,
The
I remember seeing
raccoon's
good
on the
surveillance
spot.
for this yesterday.
Wouldn't let you enter a guess.
What percentage of people go to a Starbucks every day
Aw.
before work?
There's some really good audience participation coming up in the other ones. Every day before work?
66%. Everyone
Depends
else,
how
higher or
basic
lower?
is the crowd. I feel like that's gotta be lower, right? God, there's no way it's more than that.
And Surveil says 1%.
Whoa!
Terrible guess. You need to be within 30% to get points.
I would have actually guessed like
Let's see who got it
40%.
right. Well done. You get points.
Yeah, anybody who didn't get in before, you can see the room code in the top left, and you can still participate by being part of the audience.
What should I search for in the old surveillance?
So
program?
that's
Ooh,
one
I
of
know.
the fun parts. And then if you're in the audience, you know, you don't have to guess every time. Not that important.
What percentage of teenagers play more than 4 hours of video games per week?
Yeah, Starbucks is a specific brand, that's true, and it's not available everywhere. It's available most places.
82%. Okay, higher or lower?
Do you think people will count phone games? Will people, and do people lie about it? I'm going much lower. I'm going like 52%.
Time's
Gotta
running
be.
out. Higher or lower?
I think it's for the world. I don't know exactly where the surveys were done.
People are
I feel like
saying
you
lower.
could
Okay, right
judge a
answer
lot
is
if you knew that. Wow, that was
71%.
close.
How else are they going to learn to murder the undead
That
with
was
double-barreled
close.
shotguns?
Good job, Mel.
Who got it right?
Yeah, if it was
Well
stopped for a
done. You get
coffee
points.
before work, that other one would have been probably a lot
And
higher.
what have we here? Ah, that's too bad. That answer was closer than 15%. Shouldn't have doubled down.
Yeah, I shouldn't have doubled down. I told you I'm not good at this.
Next up,
I told you.
high five. Let's
Sephiroth
see,
coming
what
in
would
hot.
Be good. How about this?
Facebook friends. Man, I keep a small group on Facebook.
What percentage of people are friends with people on Facebook whom they've never met in person?
100% of people. If you have a Facebook account, I feel like everybody is.
72%. What do y'all think? Higher or lower?
Oh, that's a tight guess. That makes it hard on me. Please, Lord, let me get one right. I'm embarrassing myself in front of a whole room full of people. Snagga, your guy's voice is spooky.
Okay, let's see the right answer.
Hitting me with the spooky bits.
84%.
Hey!
And you wonder why we spy on people.
Isn't that weird? When you think about that, is that weird that we're friends with people we've never met on
Let's see who
Facebook?
got it right.
Telling them all about our lives all the time? I don't trust
Okay,
it.
who's up next?
Uh-oh.
I'm
This
going
is
to
gonna
search
be a special sort of something. Snagga says I don't like this game. Wait till you get to the other ones. There's a reason we started with this one. What percentage of people always wear green on St. Patrick's Day? I think that's much lower than people would think. Where was the survey done? I must know. I'm going 39%.
Okay, higher or lower?
I'm assuming that there's some sort of worldwide... It says global data. It says using global data.
High five. What do do you
Watch
think?
me get it
Higher or
perfect.
lower?
Believe it.
People are
Believe it.
thinking
That's the
it's
thing
low.
about this
Now
game,
let's get
Spy
to the right
Fox, and
answer.
some of the other ones. They're designed to make you feel not smart, and they do a good
28%?
job.
I take it a bit further. I always wear green, and I always eat salads.
Yeah, got points.
Who got it right? Here's some points.
There you go, Snagga. You're on the board, my friend.
Who's next?
I was trying this out last night with the homies, and I was not doing great.
Your pleasure.
Uh-oh. Condoms.
What percentage of people right now have condoms in their homes?
Yeah, Snagga. No way.
75%. Everyone
No
else,
way, you're
higher or
crazy.
lower?
High five.
I don't keep condoms in my house. I keep them in my car so my wife doesn't find them. Just kidding. Just kidding, guys. It's gonna
Lower
get
across
weird.
the board.
Better
The correct
open up to
answer
it.
is 52%. I
Still,
keep
that's
mine in my
more than I
wallet.
thought.
It's earning interest.
I guess a lot of parents have decided, I do not actually want any more kids. These are
Who
fine.
got it right?
I will take just
Nice
this
job.
one
I've got some points for you.
and then never again. High scoring right there.
Next up,
Kaleth.
we've collected data about everything, even this.
I love the dolphin one, I gotta say. I love the dolphin one.
What percentage of people always return to their cars before parking meters expire?
Now, guys, when you're guessing on this, you need to make sure that you understand that people overestimate their abilities.
Everyone pick
all the
higher or
time.
lower.
People always overestimate their abilities.
All right. High five.
I think it's lower than that, but not much. I think that's a solid guess. Maybe 72%.
Hurry up.
Believe it.
One of you
Believe it.
thinks it's
We
higher.
got K.
Okay, let's
Gonzalez
see the
going
right
for
answer.
the higher.
48%.
Oh, wow.
That, my friends, is the definition of anal retentive. Who got it right? Smart, yes. Here's your points.
That is a surprise.
Okay,
Do
who's
you
up
feel like
next?
people are not being truthful on that? I feel like.
Oh, here's one we've been especially interested in. Don't ask.
That's like way lower than I would expect.
What percentage of people have never in their lives eaten brunch?
Everybody's eating bread. What are you talking about? What is this question even in the game for? I don't know. Is it just not a thing globally?
80%. What do y'all think? Higher or lower?
I don't know, bro.
High five.
In the chat, have you ever had brunch? Let's do our own test quick before time runs
All
out.
right.
Richardson Scott says, I want 16 kids. No,
up.
it sounds like what you want is a militia.
Everyone is saying lower.
I think the word you're
And
looking for
survey
is
says
militia.
15%. How could you have never
What?
had brunch? I've had brunch by accident. Let's see who got it right. Nice job. I've got some points for you.
Everybody has had brunch.
It's time.
I think
for the
even
final
15,
round.
I guess global
By
data.
hacking hundreds
Got to
of
keep
cell
that in
phones, we
mind.
found the most popular
You're
answers
right.
to this
You're right, and
question.
I'm wrong.
Which game they played in middle school gym class was people's favorite? All right, let's see the answers.
All right, so we get to pick
You'll need to pick the
three.
three most popular answers
You can
to get
pick
points.
3.
Good luck. And if you're in the audience, your answers determine who gets points.
All right, audience participation. This is up to you. Oh, some of them just seem... It seems like there should be 5. I feel like there should be 5
Let's
answers.
see what answers you chose.
Everybody knows kickball. Come on. Gotta be.
And what are the most popular answers?
Not basketball. All right. Had to be kickball and dodgeball. Had to be. Did you say what is middle school?
My
You're
hero,
not.
who's
You're
my
not
hero?
serious, right?
It's
That's the school you go to in the middle of the other ones.
Easy even.
Oh boy. Good job, Mel. We got ourselves a winner here. Someday when I'm a rich guy, maybe I'll start giving out stickers when somebody wins one of these. Well, we have elementary school, and then middle school, and then high school. And they vary on where those, what grades those are. Well, your primary school is probably like elementary and middle school combined. Goes until about the age of 14, I would say, and then you go into high school. Does that sound right to everybody else? Alright, now we're going to try yet another game, and this one's going to be probably a little more spicy. So, that depends on what other people put in there. You know? I'm not in charge of them, but we're going to make some shirts. That's what we're going to be doing, is making some shirts. Now, I personally think that this can be an absolutely hilarious game, but people do get a little bit off the rails sometimes. Alright, scroll down, please. Oh, what is the thing? Room code hiding, good, beautiful. That's what we want. Then we gotta pop up our color square yet again. Whoa, don't mess with it. That's gonna make them mad. That'll make them mad if you move the wrong thing. Alright, make sure you are back at jackbox.tv. This is going to be a new room code. Maybe if you were in the previous game, you might let other people try to get in for just a second, and if they don't make it in, then you can go for it. But, you know, I ain't your daddy. You do what you gotta do. If you want to play them all, then you got the fast hands to do it. Then I guess you just get to do that, because you're Mr. Fast Hands. Congratulations, Mr. Fast Hands. You get to play the game. There's your room code. Let me scroll that back into maybe the better position. Hug or not, did you join this stream just to hurt me in this way? You are correct. It is a rectangle. I apologize for making a grievous mistake. Alright, now everybody join in as just as quick as you can. You might have to draw on this one. You might have to draw, so just be careful. The box looks pretty beaten up because it's purple. Well, you know, some joke about a box and a panda and leaving it purple that I don't think I need to finish. I think you can draw the lines between those dots. I think you can. I feel like this would be great for a drunk stream, except that it's really easy on a drunk stream to cross the line. And we gotta be careful with these ones. Alright, we got one more spot. I'm not gonna wait forever, but if somebody does want to join in and play, we sure would love to have you. Maybe Jordan? Maybe Jordan wants to get in on this? Jackbox.tv, buddy. Oh, there we go. It is not, in fact, the Yamaha motorcycle code. Alright. Fight! Get ready to draw, because you're going to have to draw some random stuff. Remember, no peepees or boo-boos.
Welcome to TKO. I am the Tournament Master. You may remember me from mid-2005 paparazzi photos of Shelley Long. We dated, briefly. I have lured you all here to T-Shirt Island to take part in a T-shirt battle to the death. Also, the Fire Spirits are having this party later. Everyone's bringing a date, so I thought one of you... forget it, I'm kidding. Let's just do
Huggernaut's gonna be on the spot now, because you gotta be creative. Good luck!
Every epic tale starts
Now, I probably
somewhere.
won't be talking
Yours
too much
begins
while
here
I'm trying
at
to
the
draw.
training
You know, I get a little
grounds.
distracted.
You'll use your device to draw
Get a little bit
3
distracted, but I'm
drawings.
gonna try.
You may draw whatever you wish. And if your wish is to know what to draw, hit the suggestion button. It's time for your first drawing right now.
All right, anything you want. Anything at all. It should yell at you when it's almost time, so you don't have to keep checking the timer as long as you can hear the sound, which I hope you can. Very similar to a drawing I did yesterday in practice, you know? This is so dumb.
Make haste before time runs out.
Make sure you submit. Uh-oh,
Excellent.
some people
This
missed the
time,
submit.
Show me something different. Remember to use
I
the
hope you were
suggestion
hearing
button
it.
if you need an idea.
This game is real
begin.
dumb. We're making really dumb jokes and probably gonna say some naughty words, and it might be a little bit offensive. But you know what? Just relax. It's gonna be fine. Try not to directly draw anybody fornicating. And then everybody's gonna be happy, you know? Sometimes you just gotta get real silly with it and hope for the best. Oh, I'm gonna get canceled, bro. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Last
Now we
drawing,
get
let's
to-
get weird with it. Begin.
We get to make up some random quotes after this drawing. I think it's after this drawing. And then those get to be put with our shirts. Just you wait and see. This is pristine. Hire me at the anime studio immediately, please. For your own profits. I know, it's a little bit of a long build-up while everybody's drawing. I wish they had some fun video playing for you. But it is certainly worth it. 15 seconds on the clock.
Time grows short. Hurry up and finish already.
What is this? Anybody can answer. This is
Challenge
Jackbox, and this is the t-shirt making game. We're
For your
currently
last
drawing
exercise, you will
and
write as
making
many
really
slogans
stupid
or
drawings. Now we're
phrases
gonna
as you
make some
can.
really stupid
Something short and
sayings.
snappy, like you might
And then
see
when
on a
we make our
t-shirt.
stupid sayings, we
And
put them
use
together
a
with a
suggestion
stupid
if you
drawing.
need one.
And it's a little
Accepting
bit
no
like Cards
limitations
Against
is a part
Humanity,
of
except
life.
with t-shirts.
Go.
Hugger not regrets life. Now I have to be somewhat interesting with my
I'm looking for like
suggestions.
3 or 4 from each of you. Does that seem doable? Just give it a shot.
Maybe be a little inspirational, you know?
Mine is about to
You might be able to
expire.
inspire
You may want to
somebody with
finish
this. There we go. We got lots of
Nice
suggestions
hustle.
going.
Let's find out if it was worth it. Enough training. Direct your attention to
This
your
is
device.
where this
Select
is where it
one
gets silly,
drawing and
guys.
One slogan to create the perfect
This is
t-shirt
where it gets real
combination.
silly.
And I do mean perfect.
Good suggestions. Good suggestions. All right, we got our first t-shirt locked in. Halo says, yeah, you can inspire the FBI to come to your door with all the stuff we've been putting in
Fantastic.
here.
The battlefield calls. Let the tournament begin.
All right, here it goes.
Gauntlet 1. Versus
That's a hot picture of the MLux.
fight. Using your devices to hurt.
When I fart, it tickles. With the little baby in the diaper. That is a perfect combo. Obviously, we are all adults here, and this is going well so far. Nice job, Spy Fox. I love it.
Challenger appears.
Absolute. Okay. Everybody, that's a rocket ship. That is a rocket ship, and I cannot vote for that, so it never comes back. That's a rocket ship only from NASA, specifically from NASA. I feel like that must have been Snagga who did that. Just saying, if I had to guess. Oh, you guys. I can't believe it. Oh, it's coming back. That one's coming back to haunt me. Huggernaut said,
Versus?
regretting life. Could have been that one. Nice.
Go ahead and fire it.
I like the raccoon. That is a very solid logo. Very well done. And I'm going to try to get that rocket ship. That is a rocket ship. Only a rocket ship. Off of my screen as soon as possible. There we go. You rotten, rotten people.
A new challenger appears.
New challenger.
Fight each other.
Now we're getting into the real Bloodline content. Wailing out. I still went for the crack his whack. That raccoon was drawn very well. Don't get me wrong, the whale was drawn very well also.
Battle.
Dang, son. Getting a little violent in here. I'm gonna have to label this stream appropriately when I try to monetize. Yeah, that one was a really good winner. My drawings have fallen flat. Everybody did not like. That's fair.
A new challenger appears. Engage one another in violence.
Now, if any of these shirts become very popular, maybe we'll have to make them actual shirts. Wouldn't that be something? Love the superhero with the Marge hair.
Versus
Sometimes you just get the right title with the right picture, you know?
fight.
We all must rage. What's it gonna be? Do you like living wrong or do you like raging? Well, Ricardo, we are kind of just screwing around at this point. Kind of over the Bloodline content hump, just because I wanted to try this out and see if it's anything people might have fun with. If it's not, we'll just never do it again. But you know what?
Use your devices.
I have
to
a good
enter
time
one
with it.
new drawing and as many new slogans as you wish. Hey, try
Oh,
not
we're
to
getting
screw
ready
this
for
up,
round
okay?
2.
Go.
I think you get one drawing this time. Oh, the backgrounds mess me up sometimes, you know? The colors are too dark. It's them colors, what are too dark?
Time is about to expire. You may want to finish up.
Alright, I'm finishing up, game. Relax. Relax. Oh boy, Brent. In terms of art,
Begin right.
yes it does. Oh man, we lost a lot of our drawing people, I think. I don't know.
Only seconds remain.
Here we go. Halo. Careful.
The second gauntlet looms, and the hairy paws of Kismet have shuffled your drawings.
You're
and
gonna get
slogans.
banned from
Create your new
YouTube.
shirt warrior.
Oh, time to make the shirt. Oh, well, you know, I think that's gonna have to be the one.
Gauntlet 2.
Gauntlet 2. Nice. That's a good bloody hand. We got an artist on our on our team. Oh, that's a tough choice. Ooh, that's a tough choice. But, you know, sometimes you gotta do the thing. That's a good ass hand, I'm telling you right now. Winner!
Versus? I want you to fight.
We found our next actual shirt for the merch store, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I think you know which way I have to vote here. I have no choice. My hand has been forced.
Oh, a new challenger appears.
Nice. Yeah, that could be the male companion image. Sorry, zombie boy, I'm a little bit biased here. Little bit biased on that one. Blazing! Jesus! Jesus Lord Almighty.
Versus?
You guys are skirting right up to the line, huh?
Fight.
This ain't my first rodeo. Muscle Panda. Come with me if you want to live. It's not my line, Brent. It's YouTube's line.
Versus?
Oh my god, that combo. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm proud to say that those are both my drawings. Not my quotes,
A new
though.
challenger appears.
That's quality. That is quality.
Attack!
Okay, we're trying to make the moon like it's a phallic one. You guys are little nasties. You're a little nasties and you're gonna get punished for it. You just wait and see. Good lord. I don't know where that hair is getting plucked out of, but you know what? Shirtality. Oh, I love it. This game is quality. You have to wait a little bit in the beginning, but, you know? Dang, that one's good too. He cheats. Guys, look at the chat. I don't want to single out Spy Fox here, but every single other person is a member. This is incredible. It's member party time and you're making me happy. I'm feeling the love. That I am. Hey, so is this worth doing? You guys having fun? Is this a good extracurricular activity?
Winners!
Party time!
The
Excellent!
final gauntlet is here, and only the best shirts from the previous rounds remain.
Alright, the best shirts win. And I don't give a shirt what you think. Can't be judged if they're not seen.
Versus?
Michael Painter gifting the 5 Rage Pin to 1 memberships. Thank you, sir. Thank you indeed. I'm also proud to say that live wrong was my quote when I was trying to think of something inspirational. I hope that that inspired you. Huggernaut, welcome to the membership. Spy Fox, make sure you click on that and grab yourself the free membership. Get a little icon on your name. We had some extreme generosity in the stream tonight with all of the gifted memberships. Really do appreciate you guys.
Fight!
Oh, these ones are so hard, though. It's hard to pick. but the punish one does kind of have my heart. It sure does. John is torn. I'm torn. It's definitely a coin flip.
The reigning champion wins ties. Next time, get more
Indeed,
votes.
it is 50-50. All hail! Aromatic Preference grabbed one of those gifted ones. Hopefully Spy Fox gets
Now the
one.
champion.
Hey, now that's a
Looks like
good
everything
shirt.
worked out. But there's one question left unsolved. Who was running the
Bikini
tournament?
Furry Panda.
Oh, wait,
Did
no,
you ever
never
expect
mind.
that's where we were going tonight? Alright, so we could play that again, or we could try some of the other games. It's up to the crew. You guys say what you want, and we'll do what you want, because it's all about you. Jacob, you're so far behind on the stream. Someday he's going to make it to this part, and then he's going to hear that, and he's going to realize just how far behind he was. I wish you could play more too, Snagga, but thanks for hanging out. We're only going to do another game or two, and then we'll probably call it a night so I can actually get a real video made tonight. People don't want to do that one because they can't draw. All right. And Spy Fox, I'm not totally sure how it works, unfortunately. Alright, we're going to try one more. This one will not have any creativity so much involved in it. I was worried people wouldn't love the drawing games. I click select and it doesn't work. It wants you to actually go back this way. Woody escape key, and I get confused on it every single time. Believe it or not. Alright, we gotta do the trivia murder party. And this might be the last game. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. See if people are still having fun, you know? Make sure we got the audience on. That's good. Make sure we got the code hiding so I can be the VIP. Don't mean to be controlling, but it is what it is. Stop. Don't touch me there. That is my color square. Anybody know that song? That's a quality one. Maybe I should cover that song. I'm sure nobody's doing copyright claims on that. Alright, here comes your code. Now this is a trivia game. It's probably gonna make you feel dumb because it makes me feel dumb. Rectangle! I know, it's a rectangle. I know. I know. I'm gonna make it a perfect square, so next time you're gonna say that, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, check again. Look at that. It's perfect on every side. Hey, we got Halo in here. I was hoping that we would. Is that a Tim and Eric thing, the No Square song? Not sure. I think we're all filled up already. I'll be a monkey's uncle. Oh man, I'm the yellow one. I wanted to be the purple one. Again, I'm hoping the volume is good. I haven't heard any complaints yet, so... The M-Lux Big Brown Turd. I should be ashamed. I'm an artist and I'm calling the rectangle a square.
Welcome to Trivia Night.
It happens.
A shambling homunculus of pain and regret. But what's a frown but just an upside-down smile? We're gonna have some fun.
We sure
I'm going to
are.
ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini games. If you do badly in the minigame, I'll kill you. But don't worry, Ghost can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. Oh, and hey, look, we've got an audience playing along too.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you what, at the end of the game, if the audience has less money than the player who wins, everyone in the audience dies. I was told people might like to play it over Twitch. I'm not sure what Twitch is, but I like the sound of it. Twitch. Am I over-explaining this? The last group was super dumb. Let's just get into it.
The last group was super dumb.
First question. Which species of dinosaur turned out to be a hoax?
Easy.
Use your device to answer the question. That means you weirdos in the audience, too.
You gotta love the timer music. Oh, this game is a mood, as they say. You feel me?
And the correct answer is...
Code not working.
You got the question right.
Uh-oh.
The rest of you, I have a
Uh-oh,
surprise for you.
Sparudios. Well, that's fair. Hoax or accident, that is fair.
Welcome to the killing floor. We're going to play chalices. All of the safe players have been provided with a poison
Panda slow.
pouch.
How dare you? How very dare you?
Poison.
Ooh, I'm gonna poison you up. I'm gonna poison you so good you ain't even gonna know how poisoned you got until it's too late.
Now it's your turn to play, like a chalice to drink from. I keep thinking I should get a set of matching chalices.
Good
but each of these tells a
luck.
unique story, you know?
Uh-oh.
Good stuff.
Is my,
Now
my
let's see what everyone drank.
Bloodline sound isn't coming through, is it? Because it's coming through a little for me, but I think it's just for me.
This is gonna hurt.
Uh-oh, I did a murder on someone. Who picked number 2? I killed you.
And you're dead. But
Sorry.
don't go into the light just yet. Ghosts can still win. Never underestimate a ghost, son.
Never underestimate a ghost, son. Man's starting to sound like
Here's
me.
everybody's score so far. Are scores important? If you crave external validation, then yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, let's
Jake,
check
you
out
were
the
10
audience
minutes
score.
behind.
The audience isn't doing so great, but there's time to catch up. How about this? What is the highest mountain in the Alps?
Oh boy. I have a bad feeling about old Rage Panda. This might have been a guess.
Out.
Uh-oh. Mlux dies as usual.
And the correct answer is this one.
Hey. Just pick the Disney
We're still
ride.
alive. Let's play a game.
This game exposes you of the things you don't know. When I was playing last night, I felt like I needed to go back to school.
Let me ask you a question. Answer very carefully. Just type in something nice, please.
Worst answer. Remember, he said worst
Type an
answers
answer on your
only.
device and press send when you're finished.
What's it gonna be? Are you guys gonna be super rude? Type
Write
something.
now.
Don't run out of time.
Everyone gets to vote. I want you to pick the answer that you hate the most. Whoever wrote the answer with the most votes dies. Pick the answer that makes you go,
Well, that's hard to pick.
No, sir. No. I will have none of that. Voting is not just a right. It's a privilege. The votes are in.
I feel bad for whoever I killed.
Personally, I kind of
Spy
like
Fox,
it,
no.
but the people have spoken.
It was the double negative for me, dog.
Here's the scoreboard again.
It was the
I
double
feel like
negative
I'm
for
getting
me.
the basic pattern of the game now.
Just means don't have the worst
Let's try
answer?
this
Oh,
again.
I guess that could be the
What
thing.
body of water connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Atlantic Ocean?
These are the kind of things where you get it wrong and then you're like, oh, well, I guess I don't deserve to be alive anymore.
Time's running out.
Oh boy.
Who picked this?
Hey!
Prepare for your punishment. It's
Well, that's
time for
pretty
some
sweet that
finger
you live on
cutting.
a sailboat.
My collection is running a little low. Just
That
choose one of
sounds
your
like a
fingers to
fun
cut off.
life.
There's no wrong answer or right
I
answer.
feel like my kids would be better at some of these questions too.
Ready, set, slide.
Oh, these ones hurt.
Thanks for the
Now you
finger.
get one less answer. Good luck. Have fun. When I was playing last night, I didn't know most of the answers.
try another
I'm
one.
getting fairly lucky today.
What was the title of the autobiography of Monkey's lead singer Davy Jones?
Oh yeah, of course. Let me just go pick my copy up off the bookshelf. Oh. By the way, any one of these names is a stupid name. What are you doing naming your autobiography that? I feel like I know which one I should have picked, and
Who
it's
said
bad.
This one.
I knew it! I knew it!
I want to
Good job, Halo, #1 Monkeys fan. Change your name to #1 Monkeys fan, please.
It's time to use your words. Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time runs out. It'll
Oh,
be good
boy.
to get your fingerprints on some of these letters, too. Don't be the person with the shortest word, or you'll regret it. Do it now. The letters don't have to touch each other, and remember to press submit when you're done.
I don't know.
I'm so excited to see what you
I don't know. I feel bad about this one.
Let's see what you did there.
I always feel like I do bad at this one.
Bad spelling alert.
Wait, I accidentally
If you have
clicked an
exact
F?
Scores, your life will be no more.
What do you mean?
Oh boy.
Oh,
that
no.
doesn't quite work.
Mistakes were made! Wow. Ooh!
Wait, you're all dead? But I already have the final round all set up and ready. So I guess we'll do this. I brought you back to life because
Hey!
you're more or less doing the best. Okay, let's go. Glad to see you made it here alive. But can you escape with your body?
Streamer luck!
I'm going to give
We
you
got
a
the streamer
category.
luck, ladies and gentlemen.
Noble guesses. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit.
Oh man, don't put me on the spot, bro. Come on, man, I'm not that smart.
See the right answers.
Oh, we got nothing. The
You
funny
move
thing is I
forward
almost
one space
submitted the
for every
opposite and I
correct
was like,
answer.
I don't know, I'll just switch it.
Aww, you have to get
'Cause I had
answers
no
right to
idea.
get closer to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they
Halo
will steal
says
your
rigged.
body. Then they can
Cheat
escape
code
and win the
enabled.
game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
I hope I can visit Carlos Santana one day. I think that would be really smooth. Oh, this is hacks,
Wow, I'm
bro.
impressed.
This is hacks, bro. I don't know, bro. It's kind of sus, dude.
Stones.
See, I thought that Peridot was the red one, and that Ruby was
A
therefore
ghost is
not
right on
one.
your tail. Watch out.
Oh, man. Doesn't this make you feel dumb sometimes? I feel bad about myself.
Sexiest man alive in the 90s.
Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, I wish I knew more about sexy men. Oh, I wish I was looking at Tiger Beat magazine in the 90s. No.
Good. Now escape before the others catch you.
Oh, it's getting hype now. Oh, I messed up already. That's my birthstone and didn't know that, says John. Dude, these are so, like, you feel like you should know them, but why would you know them? Why?
Classified as bears.
Yeah, Concord is grapes, and I knew that as soon as I hit submit, and I messed it up too. Huggernaut says, well, Sephiroth, we live and die and last together.
So many
Uh-oh,
tails.
Raccoon's coming for you.
Let the
He's
darkness
shaped
be
like,
seen.
a device that is used for things. I wonder if we're getting technicalities here on this one. Yeah, see, I knew they were going to do that because Jupiter is the same one, but in
Another
Roman.
life swap.
Stupid.
The shadows are coming.
I lied, I'm leaving you.
Daily
Nice.
Show alumni.
Alright, don't win, don't win. It's my turn to win. Gotta be my turn. I don't know. Ask me a real question. I nailed this, actually. Yikes. Yikes.
So much blood.
Halo says, okay, Smite player. Don't out me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch this. I'm panicked. Is anybody else panicked? This gets exciting at the end. I want to win. And it's so close. I'm glad that none of us got those all right.
Another life
Ooh, Panda Slow back in the beginning.
swap. Slow. So sad.
Or should I say hug or not?
Egyptian gods.
Well, I know Halo's getting all of these ones right.
A bunch of smart people, huh?
A bunch of smart people, huh? Oh, it's anybody's
So many
game.
kills.
Why did they give it to Halo?
The Jungle Book animals.
Easy. Easiest win of my life, ladies and gentlemen. Easiest win of my life. Read 'em and weep. Everybody knows this. I got one of them wrong. Oh, come on, we were all there. Oh, snap. Panda Slow, the old hugger not bringing it out. I can't believe you won that. The audience of 3 lives. Good job, audience. Good job, good job. Now we get to see how everybody died. found the shortest word is going to be the answer a lot. I couldn't measure up word-wise. I feel attacked in my manhood. Poisoned. Not immune to poison. Everyone hated what they wrote. That's not true, Spy Fox. That's not true. We love you, buddy. Couldn't make a good word. None of us made a word. Not a single person even made a word. That is sad. But at least we're not alone.
Hi, the party's downstairs. Come on.
Alright, I could play that one more time, or I could play the Quiplash one where we just come up with real awful stuff to say. Leaving it up to the crew. I'm worried about Quiplash because it could get real offensive real quick. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I trust you guys. I think you'll do a good job. Don't get canceled. Halo says espionage. Yeah, Huggernaut, I got those as well, although I did vote for Jupiter even though I knew that the name was from another thing because it's the same guy. And I thought maybe they would count that, but whatever, what are you gonna do? I agree that these games have been fun, and I'm glad that some people liked them. I'm sure we only have like 10 or 15 people in the chat, but at least we're having fun, and look at us, we're all members hanging out. So that's all that really matters, you know? Pandagate. Sounds like everybody wants to try Quiplash. 25 here still watching it? Well, you guys are great. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching me have fun with my friends, and you guys are those. A lot of you are people that I've been talking to quite a bit lately. I think that makes us friends. What do you think? I'm pressing escape. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna try Quiplash, and you guys be on your closest to the line behavior. I want to see some some off-color comments, but as long as it's not a rally, you know? Maybe we don't do slurs. Maybe that could be a rule. Feel like I don't have to say that, but you never know. You never know with humans. You might have to say that. I could do the family-friendly filter, but that's not fun. Okay, where's the room code hiding? Alright, that's on. We're good. Let me get up this rectangle. This purple rectangle. I just grabbed the wrong one. Oh, I'm sorry. Spy Fox, welcome to Legendary, my friend. Now we're just all up in here. Ricardo Gomez says, oh man, this is gonna be good. Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm sweating. I'm trusting you all with my livelihood. Yeah, anyone's allowed to join in, Trevor. Just try not to get me canceled. That's my only request. If somebody does try to get me canceled, I will have to shut down the stream immediately and then trim that off of the end of the VOD. And then nobody's going to be happy about that, you know? Somebody said it's a square. How dare you? Alright, we do have some new people that are thinking about wanting to play, so, you know, there's no rules about letting them play, but you could. Yeah, don't do a racism. That's a good idea. Don't do a racism. Generally, that's a good rule to live by. Alright. Splooshy. We got the old splooshy splashy up in here. Alright, if you want in, get in, especially if you weren't making it into the other games. Go to jackbox.tv. It'll ask you for a code. That code is currently on your screen. BIWS. I've played enough, thank you. Says aromatic preference. I will warn you guys again. Room not found for you. Maybe try on a different browser? Maybe are you putting it in all caps? Are you on up to date on where the stream is? I would like to have a full team, so if you're waiting to let other people in, it seems like we need more of the regulars just doing it. So do the thing, join us. Be funny. Come be funny, it's your time to shine. I get to be entertained by you this time. Got one more. Just waiting for one more. Hopefully Kai can get in. I would love to see what Kai has to say for some jokey jokes. Kai is just not having a good time getting it to work. You're getting to the screen with the code and it's just not typing in, huh? BIWS. That's unfortunate, my friend. Am I a carrot? Either that or you're used for pleasure. Huggernaut, thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you in the stream, even though you just beat me in a game, and you know, I have to resent you a little bit for that. But I hope we see you next time. Alright, we got somebody in there. Now it's time to start it up. Reminder, this is going to probably have offensive humor. If you do not like offensive humor, it is a good time to leave the stream. Although I do love you for being here in the first place. I just don't want you to feel bad. I don't want anybody to have negative feelings when they leave the stream, you know? I want everybody to be happy and prepared for what's gonna happen. Quiplash!
I am Schmitty, and the time for Quiplash is upon us. Before we start, let's just take a second to enjoy the warmth of each other's company. Okay, that's enough. Remember, extra players can join the
Hopefully
audience
Huggernaut
and
is saying, yeah, will
clips.
do, as in
Audience
coming to
votes
the
count.
next stream.
Time for round one. You are about to see two prompts on your device. Type something hilarious or not for each one. Then everyone gets to decide if your answer is better than someone else's. Democracy at work. You'll score
Democracy.
points based on the percentage of people who prefer your answer. Have at it.
Alright, what do we got here? I have submitted answers, and I have certainly lost fans for the things that I have just said. Which is unfortunate, but it's a risk I'm willing to take in the pursuit of joking funniness. You know?
Time's running out. Use a safety quip if
Got
you need
some answers from Halo and Splooshy and Burnham.
it. Okay, moment of truth. Prompt number one is a bumper sticker a nudist would have. Okay, choose your
Fair,
favorite.
fair. My dog stole my bone. Already getting a little spicy with these ones. A little bit spicy. Yeah. I mean, I like the naked one. But the stealing a bone paints a picture.
And next, a bad lawyer's opening statement to the jury. Time to vote.
Now those are both quality, and I appreciate it. I love I love that we get to have a laugh. Get to have a big old laugh. That's the whole point of the stream, is just to have a big old laugh right now. Couldn't think of anything non-cancel worthy. I can understand that,
the
Jake.
title of a tell-all book by a former My Little Pony. Vote now.
Meeting Mr. Hands. Getting road wrong for too long. We did it, boys. We made a funny. I'm glad people thought that was funny and that I did not immediately get my life taken away.
Something unusual to see written on a bathroom stall. Okay, vote.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael Painter says, okay, all I can say here is I've definitely found my people. I'm glad. I'm glad that you feel that way. I like to have a nice, open, and welcoming community. But that doesn't mean we have to shy away from the funnies.
To hurt their stepdad, Bigfoot.
Bro, you don't even have big feet. Glad big feet doesn't really mean there's a big... Oh yeah, Kai, a VPN could be doing the thing to you. It really could be. Good thinking, Mr. Clark. Nice. Congrats, Blue Sheep.
Next in line, something every American would support is a national blank pipeline.
Lolbit says the laptop did the thing again. Probably kicked you out of there. I mean, right? These had to be the answers. You guys didn't even team up to do this. But if you had, that's the answers you would have picked. I did actually run out of space there, but it worked fine.
The 1960s Batman was so goofy, one episode saw Batman and Robin fighting blank.
Crime. Oh man, these are both so good. Oh, come on, bro. How can I pick? How can I pick? Crime made me literally laugh out loud though, so. The old anti-joke. Got me with the anti-joke. Started with the beer. Just, I like how it just says gun, and not guns. It's just gun.
It's voting time.
I like the warm sand home. Slipshod calligraphy. Oh man, we're getting successful jokes that ain't even dirty. I like it. It was indeed the VPN, and now we know.
That's the end of round one.
That's good,
Let's
because
take a
now
look
in
at
the future,
scores.
if that happens, I will be able to identify the problem more easily. Good thinking, Jake. Spy Fox crushing it. Absolutely crushing
Round
it.
2 time, and to make it interesting, I'm doubling all the point values.
Oh, don't
You
be
heard
frozen.
me.
Come on. There we go. Had me scared. Well, That got aggressive. It's a long wait? Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm being too quiet when I'm trying to type because I'm trying to be funny. Trying to make some chuckles for you. Instead, I offended everyone. Which is about how these go. That's kind of the point of the game, but I thought that might be fun anyway. Got some ascending done on the free-to-play. A couple of jokes in the background while you're doing it. I probably should read them all out, right? So that people can not have to look at the screen. That would be a smart.
These better be good.
Won't let you answer on the
Number one
computer.
the
That
list,
might be the VPN
a
thing
sign
too.
you
I'm
should
not sure
put up
though.
On the Florida state line.
You could just be in the audience right now and you might be
Okay,
answering
pick your
now.
favorite.
A sign they should put up on the Florida state line, complimentary meth and bath salts, or crash to the left, please. Oh man, you guys are good. That is quality. Although I'm going with the spicy one this time. Getting the bath salts.
Next up, the number one thing on Superman's bucket
Do you have to keep swapping between to be able to play? Because that's a little rough.
And vote.
The number one thing on Superman's bucket list is a free pie and losing Lois. He wants to lose Lois. Alright, I'm giving it that one. Because that would be funny. He's just too socially awkward. Nice, nice.
Next on deck, a terrible name for a street drug.
A terrible name for a street drug. We got the taint snooters and not meth. Is that like diet meth? Somehow we ended up with meth in here twice. The old taint snooters. Sugar-free meth. Diet meth would be an awesome name. I can't believe it's not meth.
The worst carnival attraction, the blank booth.
The worst carnival attraction is the DMV booth. Or no answer. Everyone shun T. Everyone shun T. Sorry,
Up
T.
next,
You've been
the
shunned.
last thing a center wants to hear the quarterback whisper.
The last thing a center wants to hear the quarterback whisper, we have, you feel big and smell ripe today. Or, where's your balls? I don't think after 2020 it was very acceptable to ask somebody, where's your balls? Gotta be careful with that. Nice, that's a fair tie. A fair tie indeed.
Next on the list, what a bad undercover cop posing as a teen
John says default win with my best answer. Sad.
Okay, vote.
What a bad undercover cop posing as a teen says, hey dude, wanna smoke a roll of marijuana? And, sup bruh? Sup bruh, I'm hip to the jive. What are all the diggity dogs doing on the weekend? I wanna smoke a roll of marijuana? Oh, I'm gonna have fun monetizing this one.
Why is life so hard?
Why is life so hard? Because your mom was a whore and God is mad. Or, I have 2 hands and 3 foods. How do you get onto this? Not sure what you mean, lolbits. How do you play with us? You have to go to jackbox.tv, but you were in the games before, so you know that.
A fun activity that only requires 3 fingers.
I thought you were in here before. A fun activity that only requires 3 fingers. We have a default win from Halo with, you know. And that's all he needed to say. He probably would have won anyway.
Round 2
Whoever
is now
didn't pick an
complete. Let's
answer
see where
didn't
we
need
landed.
to pick an answer. Oh, we're winning.
And now
The
round
last
3,
lash.
the last lash. This time you'll all be answering the same prompt.
Halo just knows how to
Fill in
type
this
that face too. It's unacceptable. Oh boy, I'm really about to lose some fans on this one. Maybe my answer won't get picked and nobody will know it was me. Everybody look away if you're sensitive, because I feel like I may have brushed up against the line a little bit. You've been warned. That's a trigger warning for you. Spy Fox says, so sorry for my response in advance. That's you, right? You're Spy Fox? You look like you got the Spy Fox avatar. I think you said that before. Hard to keep
All
track.
right, we're
There's a lot of
ready.
names.
You get 3 medals to award to your top 3 quips. Give out your gold, silver, and bronze medals now.
So tell me again why I have to jump off a cliff. They are naked down there. Because God hates losers. Panda said it's ascension time. Because the CDC says if you don't, you are bad. Because if you don't, I'm cutting off your dick. What cliff? And Squid Games. Oh boy. Got a little bit spicy there.
Okay, who's taking home some medals?
Oh no.
Bronze,
Oh no, it tells
trophy
me.
to silver.
Tells them that
And finally,
I
gold.
put the thing.
Now we transform those medals into points.
Oh, that's a lot of points. Spy Fox winning this one with the what cliff?
That's it. Let's take a look at the final scores.
Glad there's no outrage in the comments just now. Jordan, your internet went out. Well, welcome back. We're having a great time. It's getting a little inappropriate though, so I will warn you about that. Now, it seemed like everybody had a lot of fun with that one. Is there a game you would like to play again? Or have you had enough and you're over it? We'll leave it up to the chat. Leaving it up to the chat, boys. I really do appreciate everybody coming out to the stream and letting me try something new. I'm glad that this went very well and that we could all have fun together. It feels like hanging out with friends, doesn't it? I feel like it feels like hanging out with friends. Love to do another round of this one. Raccoon. Did I say Spy Fox before? I meant Raccoon. If I said Spy Fox, that's funny because I actually meant Raccoon. Jordan says, I was in the Marine Corps. You ain't scaring me with inappropriate stuff. Alright, sounds like everybody would like to do one more round of this one. I know that Jake said he was going to try to drop out, so I'm going to turn on my box. My little box. And we're going to do new players, which means we're going to have to have people sign back in with the 4-digit code, which I will be doing first, of course. Make sure my rectangle, which is a rectangle, is in there correctly. So, Jordan, if you would like to play this game with us, you need to go to jackbox.tv on a browser. I will give you just a second to do that since, you know, you're one of the cool ones. feel like I can get away with that. Did I say square again? You know what? I'm gonna make a shirt that says, "Can you see my color square?" And it's just gonna have a purple rectangle on it. And you guys are just gonna have to take that one to the bank. Alright, I am about to reveal the code. If you want to get in, start typing. I wish you the best of luck, you little funny shenanigators. Keep in mind that we are avoiding direct racisms here and anything that might get Rage Panda 1's channel shut down. Please. Please. We're doing a good job of skirting the line. Yeah, I would love to see Kai making it in. Is Kai high? Hi, Kai. Hey, lol, sans. Alright, 2 more spots. We got the fetcher. Glad you made it in. Kai, are you actually in? Is one of these you? Hi, Kai. Kai's hi. It wouldn't be the most sad if my wife got me a Diet Pepsi. You know, I'm slaving away. I'm trying to make money for the family. I can't possibly get up myself, you know? She's good to me. She's good to me. She did it even though she shouldn't have. Because I'm just being lazy. Alright, we're starting a thing. We are starting a thing and we're about to have a lot of fun. Because I don't know about you. But I think this is funny as fuck, bud.
I'm Schmitty.
I'm allowed
I
to
don't know
swear
about
now.
You, but I feel like a
Weirdly, you can
Whiplash.
swear whenever you want, as long as it's not in the
Good
first
look at your
15
fellow
seconds of the
players.
video.
These are your enemies. Crush them.
Crush your enemies.
This
See
is
them
round
driven
one.
before you.
The more folks who choose your answer, the more points you get. Go.
Lolbits, you didn't make it in? Maybe we'll do a special extra game just to make sure you get in on one. Sorry, I know this part gets quiet. They got the music though, right? Alright, I had to eliminate a space. In the audience again. Dang.
Clock's running out. Think fast or use a safety
Oh,
clip.
only one F word per stream? Well, then we're gonna keep it to that one. Got to hear the meow of the kitty. Meow. She's a
All
good
right,
little
let's get
kitty.
to it. First off, a poor follow-up to the X-rated classic Debbie Does Dallas would be
Oh, boy.
Debbie Blank.
Debbie
Bonus
Downer.
time. Pick your favorite.
Debbie Dogs Denver. Okay, well those are both great. Yeah, I gotta pick the one I picked, and I can't tell you because I don't want to influence the election. Yeah, I don't know why the F word is special either. I think intentions should be the thing that matter, and not which words you use. But that's just one man's opinion.
Next one. What sperm are thinking as they race towards the egg?
They're really giving us the spicy ones this time.
Get to voting.
What sperm are thinking as they race towards the egg? Daddy's home, or did I turn off the oven? Now that I am a wise old owl myself, the amount of times that I have thought, did I turn off the oven, is embarrassing, almost. Perfect split. I like it. Ooh, the audience saved the day on that one.
Next in line. A funny
Richardson
line to
Scott
say
says,
right
my
for the
girlfriend
reader
can make
at
Chris
the
Rock
start.
and Tony Bond blush tears.
vote on your devices.
A funny line to say right before you're burned at the stake. Honey, can you get me a Diet Pepsi? Or, well, I was the devil's son anyhow, so, I guess I am probably about to get burned at the stake, huh? Oh boy. Lolbits has to go AFK, oh no. I should start asking people to put in their actual chat names so I can tell who's in the game.
To shout when you're midair during a cannonball.
A weird thing to shout when you're midair during a cannonball. The tacos are falling out. Short. Or I'm gonna brown. So basically, the same answer. The same answer on both. That must have been Halo. That sounds like a Halo answer. I knew it. I'm gonna brown is. I would have voted for I'm gonna brown. I think you guys were wrong on that one, even though I won. I thank you for that.
Moving on. The name of a snobby hair salon for cats.
The name of a snobby hair salon for cats. We've got the Shaved Pussy or Hack It Here. Well, obviously. I'm sorry, but the vulgar one has got to be my choice. I'm glad that there was no poop involved in that one, though. If you catch what I'm throwing at you. If you're following the trail of tears that I've laid down before you.
Your next prompt is the worst time to hear a camera go off.
The worst time to hear a camera go off
voting time.
as the toilet paper sticks while wiping. Or when you're looking around someone's yard. Wow. These are... Can I say that? Halo? I don't know. Maybe I'll just cut this part of the stream off. Take out the VOD. Gotta be when you're creeping, right? Not that any of us here would do that, because that is wrong. This is all for jokes.
Okay,
NSA, please chill.
A weird end-of-the-date proposal. How would you like to come back to my place and blank?
A weird end-of-the-date proposal. How would you like to come back to my place and let it hang? Or, how would you like to come back to my place and touch our butts to the stick shifter in my car? That's weird. It's not normal. Let it hang gets the win. Ooh, but the audience saved it. The audience brought it back to me. Hi, thank you.
Next is the scariest thing you could find in a cave.
Lolbits, I'm not totally keeping up with what you're asking me. The scariest thing you could find in a cave, we've got Panda's mom or hands. Hands. I had to skip a space on the second one. I knew you guys were gonna do that to me. I knew you little rascals were gonna vote for that one.
That's it. Let's see the scores for round one.
Round one. Who's winning? Who's doing it? Who's got the comedy? Burnham, followed by Fetcher and myself.
Round two time. And looks
Oh,
like
this
because
game
I'm
makes me
doubling
laugh.
all the point values.
Time to write some answers. There we go. That's good. Not as offensive this time. Went a little lighter. Just shocking the world with that. That's the trick with this game. Sometimes you get on too big of a tangent with the naughty ones, and then you forget that funny doesn't have to be naughty. Because you know what? The naughty ones are so funny. They really are. Halo says, I did not. He went aggressive on this one. Okay. I can respect
Hurry,
it.
hit the safety quit button if you can't think of something.
Brent says, I'm Burnham in game and Discord.
Cards
I
on the
don't
table.
know if I knew that one
Up
before.
first,
It's
an
hard to keep
unusual
straight.
Store, blank are us.
An unusual store, pandas are us.
Okay, so
Oh my
let's go
god!
flip.
Dead babies are us! Okay, well, I guess the stream is canceled and I don't have a job anymore. But I'm still voting. I like shock comedy as well. My word. I can't believe you. Dead babies are us.
And next,
For all your
goats
fetal
saying
needs.
most of the time.
What are goats saying most of the time? You're bad. Or... nah. Do they make a sheep noise? Probably not, right? They bleat. I don't know how to bleat. He's my daddy. I don't know how to bleat. I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't get a vote in. First panda reference that didn't win. That's because I'm not special. Guys, stop treating me like I am. I ain't. I am but a man.
Coming up next, the worst tattoo to have on your butt would consist of these three
The worst
words.
tattoo to have on your butt would consist of these three words.
Set, vote.
No pandas here. That would be an unfortunate one. Or a fourth word. Dang it. Oh, as a butt man, I'm gonna have to go for the panda. No pandas here. Snagga says, you are special. I will beat it into you if I have to.
Next, the worst thing to wake up and find sitting on your chest.
The worst
Vote
thing
on
to
your
wake up and
devices.
find sitting on your chest, we have the male luxuriant or your child after a one-night stand. Whoa. Wowzers. You would not want to see your child creeping in on the one-night stand, that's for sure. But we went with the Bloodline reference and we took the win with it. We stole the win. That would be the worst if I woke up and saw that, though. The male luxuriant.
Next up,
Like, nice abs, but you gotta go.
superhero vehicle, the blank mobile. Okay, vote.
Snagga, I'm glad that I did not force you to spam donate the chat. I do appreciate the donations, but you don't have to. A rejected superhero vehicle, the Bean Dip Mobile, or the Small Hands Mobile. Also known as the Carney Mobile. Lolbit says, oh god, I don't deserve this. Some of these are too good. You're right, some of these are too good. We got a funny audience on our
Also, if
hands.
you could grow blank in a garden.
It would be awesome if you could grow
To voting.
white asparagus in a garden. Substitutes. I don't get that one. Sorry. Or pizza in a garden. Hey, you can grow pizza in a garden. Like, pretty much a whole pizza. You might have to milk yourself to get the cheese, but other than that. Hey, 100%. That was a super quick flash.
Next in the hopper,
Oh
the
no.
last thing you want to hear while in a
When somebody
tent.
says Google a picture of it, you know you gotta
Put
be
in your votes.
worried. The last thing you want to hear while in a tent, do you have protection? And honey, my parents came too. Couple of scary ones right there, you know, that's the last thing you want to hear. Audience goes to, do you have protection? A lot of you people, I can tell right now that you sons of friends are not, I'm not sure how censored I have to be now, are not married. In-laws are not always the best. There, I said it.
It's voting time.
The title of a Goosebumps book that was never published. I don't know what this crap is. How do you not know what that is? They're under the floorboards. Although I have to say, my in-laws this time around are much better than the last ones. Halo says, check your phone. Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm trying to check my phone.
That's all for round 2.
All right. Well, I didn't see that one. I'm sorry. I was commanded to check my phone. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, we got high coming in hot. Coming in real hot. The last lash, everybody. It's time to get your chuckles in. Because then I have to actually make a real video for Bloodline.
Come up with the phrase this acronym
And it's gonna be
for.
rough. Come up with a phrase for GPG. That's gonna have to work for now. I was trying to hyphenate, but it wasn't letting me do it. You know, you get a little cheeky extra word in there with it if you hyphenate it.
Let's see those quips.
Let's see
Pick
those
your
quips.
medal winners now.
We've got what? I don't know what I can't. I know it's groping panda. Is it gearballs? Gerbils? Gerbils. It must be gerbils. God Panda Guns. Now that's a slogan. Granny Pants G. Goat and then a word. Games. Gorgeous people gangsters. Oh boy, I can't. Go Panda Go. I like you. I'm picking Go Panda Go. I can't vote for we are here to help with what you need because that does not answer the thing.
Bronze. Here's the silver. And now the gold. Let's melt those medals down for points.
People were not a fan of my suggestion of the gross panda gooselinger. Lulbit says, oh no, I hate myself for what I wrote. Too bad.
All right, that's it. Time for the final scores.
Oh, we got crushed. We got crushed. Hi, just got the best score I think I've ever seen. Unbelievable. Halo forgot he had to vote. Unacceptable. I cannot believe you've done this. I cannot believe you've done this. Did anybody want to get in a game and they didn't ever get a chance to do it? If that is the case, I would, yes, congratulations, Jordan, on the second place. Trevor, you're welcome. I'm glad people are enjoying these little forays into some other ways to hang out. I think that, you know, we got a cool community of people that all are relatively like-minded, and I think we could have fun together. It doesn't always have to be all Bloodline, right? Yeah, the top answers were much more tame that time. And some of the real naughty ones, they didn't work. But that's the way it is, you know? Sometimes the shock humor loses its value if you play a couple rounds in a row. I'm only going to do one more if there's anybody who didn't get to play a game and they really wanted to. Perhaps Kai? I want to make sure everybody gets a chance if we're close to getting everybody a chance. Otherwise, I'm going to go make a video and do actual work for YouTube instead of just hanging out with my friends and having fun and calling it work. We got a ton of new members in this stream, and I really do appreciate that, and I appreciate all the donations as well. I know I always try to play them down a little bit, but they do warm my heart. Somebody posted a picture in the wrong channel on Discord. It's whatever. As long as it's not actual adult content. Like, if you're in the not safe for work, as long as I pretty much don't care what you post. As long as it's not illegal. Like, if it's legal for people to view that are 18 plus, then it's an adult channel, and there are no rules. So, Kai says he doesn't need it. We can just go make the video. So that's fine. That's fine. We got Time Twin in here with the lol. That's the first time I'm reading your name, Time Twin. Welcome to the little chatterino. Thanks for hanging out with us. Without the stream reference, it's totally safe for work. Oh, well, that's fair. That is fair. I will check that out. What do you mean I need to actually mark it as a not safe for work channel? I don't know what that means. Morgan Tate, this is the first time I've ever caught one of your streams, and it's at the end. Thanks for all your tips and info, and your videos are amazing. Well, I'm glad that you like my videos. I'm sorry that you're catching us right at the end, but there's a whole 4-hour VOD with 2 account reviews done right at the beginning. Although the account reviews were basically, these people are doing a great job. Look how good they're doing. Be like this. My Discord should be in the description below. It is RagePanda1 and friends. I'll look at the options for the not safe for work. I mean, nobody's really posted anything that's all that egregious in there so far, so I'm not too worried about it, but... Time Twin, we have a fantastic community. I would highly recommend joining my Discord because not just me, but a lot of other people are perfectly willing and happy to help you if you have any questions. But more importantly than that, we like to nerd out about the game and, you know, get excited about stuff together. And I think that goes a long way to increasing the overall enjoyment that people feel in the game. It certainly does for me. So, especially when new clans are coming out, man. The week before, everybody's getting all hyped, talking about what might be and what's going to be, and they come out, and then everybody's talking about what it actually is. Very exciting stuff. So, I guess that's going to do it for this stream. I really do appreciate you guys letting me try something new and making it fun for me. This was very fun for me. Very great way to spend a night, especially on the weekend. And I think that maybe on the weekends, I might do something like this if we get any longer streams going on. Thinking about streaming a couple of times a week just to hang out with the boys. But for now, I gotta go make a video, so I want to thank you for watching. I have been RagePanda1, and I will see you in the next one.